wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. I am Travis, and it looks like the show is starting out with Big E and Kevin Owens. They're going to start out with some of that fun little drama that went on last week, where Kevin Owens finally did his heel turn. Finally took it to Big E. As needed to be. But it looks like it's Monday night is Rollins. All right, just getting a couple little things together here. Up in here. All right. D is getting some popcorn ready for Monday Night Raw. Her favorite part of the week, Mondays. Not sure what she stirred up in there. Maybe butter. Ooh-ah. But anyways, right now, like I said, they are just showing us what happened at the end of the show last week. And most of us watched it, so we kind of have an idea of what happened. Anybody watch Tribute to the Troops yesterday? I was looking for one that was going to be on early enough, and ours were just on too late. I was pretty upset about it. And I could not find it on Peacock. I could not find it on USA Network like they said it was going to be on. All I could find it on was Fox, and it was well later in the afternoon. It was almost like 5 o'clock Eastern by the time it started here. Looking forward to Kevin Owens, though, tonight.
Who's starting it out?
Kevin Owens.
Oh, is he?
What's happening right now? Nobody's starting it out. They're just showing recaps from last week.
Oh, they're just showing what happened?
Yeah. Basically clearing up what happened last week in case anybody missed what happened last week at the very end of the show. And now they're just playing their generic music, so they're not even playing a wrestler's music. So I figured they might have a wrestler come down. Okay, they are going to bring out Big E first. So Big E is on his way to the ring. Yeah. Why not? Get it out of the way early. All right, Big E is crawling into the ring. Hopefully Kevin Owens comes out pretty early. Oh, there she is. All dressed, ready to go.
Ta-da! Made it.
All right. Well, D has finally shown up.
Everybody gets a poop.
Well, people asked about you.
We have
Where's
James
Steve?
Howell in the chat. Aaron's out there. We have Film Nation. Roberto Lozano's with us. We have Alita with us tonight. And
Hey,
Sophie.
Alita.
Hey, guys. How's it going? How is Alita doing? Are you home? Are you home? Are you home?
Are you on the mend?
Film Nation's out there. Oh, Misty got some popcorn. Right on, I did. I got me some popcorn. But Alita is still in the hospital. Oh, no.
What?
Sophie's like,
No, we don't want that.
Brought food. Yeah, well, you know what, biatch? If you had my schedule, you would bring food too.
If it happened to you.
I got a job, bitches. This is not my job. Might have to turn it up just so I can hear it.
You want me to turn it up?
No, I really don't want to listen to him talk, but I'm probably going to have to turn it up at some point.
I'm hoping his match with Roman Reigns is like 7 minutes.
We have Karrion Karina Collins in the chat.
Hey,
Karina
Karina.
says, hey, I have some popcorn tonight. Yeah.
Lots of popcorn.
Popcorn is good. Sophie says Peacock is going to have a Barney documentary. Is Barney the dinosaur? Lita says nope.
Either that or
I was hoping
Elite.
that you got home. Dang it. And Sophie's like, Rampage got 515,000 viewers this past Friday.
Yeah. That's about par for where they normally are.
But Roberto says he did not watch Tribute to the Troops. He forgot to watch it. Aaron says no, it's because it sucks. WWE sucks and hope WWE goes out of business soon. Angry.
I doubt they'll go out of business, but they could sell, maybe.
Sophie's like, yeah, Barney the dinosaur documentary.
Chelsea be excited. Ayla.
Will Hunter's in the chat. Hey, Will says just saying hi during the 10 minutes plus promo time.
Yeah.
Hello, Will. Thanks for dropping in and saying hi. How was everybody's weekend? Did everybody have a good weekend? There was other wrestling on this weekend. Some AEW. Their pay-per-view was on Saturday, which is pretty cool.
Got a new champion. Here comes Kevin.
Oh, Kevin. Sophie says Tony Khan said they won't move Rampage to a different day or time.
No.
When he did the media call. Alita says getting a angiograph this week. Oh, really? You're going to see where your issues are with your blood
Angiogram.
flow? Going to see where your issues might be, why you're not getting very good circulation, huh? Sophie says weekend was kind of fun. Well, good. I'm glad you had a fun weekend, Sophie. About damn time. Robbie is in the chat. Hey, Robbie says the Man's back. Man's? The King Roman Reigns is in the chat. Says, not gonna lie, I kind of forgot Raw existed. It is forgettable some nights.
They'll be relevant again.
Oh, he cost him his match because you got in his way. Ooh, third straight loss since he got back on Raw. I'm gonna talk about her. I snapped. He snapped. He snapped.
How could he not?
How could he not snap? I'd snap. So, like, do you think they will give Kevin Owens the championship to make him re-sign with them?
No.
No.
But they're going to give him a push.
Tom says WWE better hold on to KO before he goes to AEW. And Robbie says, KO, let's go. Mm-hmm. And Alita says, I have a stint now. Oh, honey, I'm sorry.
Dang it.
Hopefully that helps your little heart pitter-patter away, though. Robbie says, I love how straight to the point KO is. Yeah. Ooh, he's gonna be a bad guy that everybody wants him to be.
Because he's the bad guy.
Who's the bad guy with what's his face, too?
He's going to break bad.
Janelle Jackson's in the chat. Hey, Janelle.
Hey, Janelle.
He says the $1 million question that's on everybody's mind is, did the Young Thugs turn on Kenny Omega because they gave Hangman Page the okay?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think they really turned on him because they were all friends before, remember? Like, Kenny and Hangman were in a group together and won the tag championships. I guess Biggie don't like the truth, so he's gonna go beat him up.
Who knows? Kevin Owens walking out back. He just got jacked by the Usos.
What?
The Usos are beating up Big E. It's about time.
Somebody beat him up. Somebody says Kevin Owens probably has an idea on if he is going to re-sign with the WWE or sign with AEW.
I'm sure he knows where his heart is.
Well, considering that he probably has still some pretty good years left in him, he'd be smart if he stayed with WWE because it's not like they don't use him in a relevant type situation.
No, he's on TV.
Film says, I heard that Bliss might return on Raw. It might be too early, but we'll see. Robbie says KO really does look trim tonight. Is it because of his little spandex suits he has on underneath his shirts? Alita says I have to keep a charge. On your phone? Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
RK Bro can get this one too.
Ooh. Big Ra Shazada is in the chat.
Hey, thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Have a great day. Oh, well,
you too.
Thank you so much. You have a wonderful day.
Riddle jumps in there.
For us, we're going to be going to sleep soon. Film says, I'm glad Hangman finally won the AEW World Championship.
It's about time.
You guys might want to hear me better. Maybe not my eating, but my voice when I talk. Film says, I'm glad Hangman finally won the AEW World Championship.
Oh, there's Sonya.
Riddle came out. Unorthodox, but I'm calling it on the fly. They're having one right now.
Is Orton not there or something?
Is Randy gone again?
There's Seth.
Who is he going to team with? The Uso?
I don't know.
He's like,
She didn't even care. Monday Night Rollins in the house.
Good night, Alita. Hopefully you start feeling better, honey. We'll see you on Wednesday. Sophie says maybe Adam Cole will kick Omega out of the Elite. And Pepper Owens is like got the angry, evil duffel face. Robbie says KO reminds me of WWF from the mid to late 90s, the way he cuts promos.
Yes.
The basic uploads of Randy Paula. Hey, Randy. How's it going, man?
Hey, Randy.
Is the real Randy Paula from Scotland? The Arlington Undertaker's in the chat. Says Kevin Owens saying it's not his fault, like Gene Snitsky. I don't know who that is. Sophie says we don't know how many AEW talent that has been with that company since day one will re-sign with AEW, or Tony Khan could release some people to make room for the new signings. A lot of those people aren't in contracts anyway, so I don't know if it really makes a difference.
Yeah, he just signs them as independent stars, so they work like 1 or 2 shows.
Vindicator says, guys, I'm confused. Is it Friday or Monday? I can't tell if I'm watching Raw, Me, or Smack talking down to each other.
It's both.
It's a little bit of both this time around, right? Robbie's like, Sonya gonna F things up again. And Karina Collins, message retracted. Big Rez says, I'm from India. Big fan, Sar. Love you. Aw, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Glad that you came in and stopped and said hello for a minute. Appreciate it a lot. If there are anybody, people just lurking in the background, don't forget to subscribe. Give us a thumbs up for our video. And come in the chat for just a minute. Just say hi. I will read the comments as long as they're not weird. Like, weird. The Basic says, how y'all doing? Or as Randy Paula says, how y'all doing? Great, how are you?
Doing fantastic.
Film says, Adam Cole should teach Kenny Omega a lesson after what they did to him. Even though it was the Young Bucks who did it, so taking them out one at a time. Okay. A film's like all about Seth. Alita says, thanks. And Randy Paula says, yes, I have many channels. Oh, sweet. Alita says, fiance called 100 times.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm glad that your fiance called and cares about you, Alita. Save that battery charge so you can talk to him. Randy says, do you want to see them? Do I want to see all of your channels? Sure, why not, right? The Sophie says, finally we got a Survivor Series build. Robbie says, Sophie, I highly doubt it. And Karina says, who do you guys like better, Smack or Raw? Most of the time I like SmackDown better. One, because it's shorter. Most of the time they have a little bit more activity.
I like both. I don't like the champion
really
on
Viking,
Raw. When Big E was not the champion on Raw, it was a lot better to watch.
Yeah. Chris Akani's in the chat. Hey, Chris. Says, hey, guys. Vindicator says, maybe the new and deserving champ and delete the man crush, Hangman, should challenge Big E and Roman for brand champion supremacy at Survivor Series.
There you go.
Sophie says, with Jay Lethal signing with AEW, that opens the door for more ROH talents to sign with AEW. They've always been able to sign with AEW if they really wanted to go over there and do stuff. Nobody's stopping them, really. But I'm going to tell you this, they aren't going to sign into contracts, that's for sure. And Randy says, Randy Paula has I Love Politics 1, 2, says part 2.
Well,
and
there
Randy
you go.
Paula Top 10 Movies is part 3.
That's pretty funny.
So Seth is just out there on at the commentator's table being a douche. And the Usos are up against Big E and Riddle.
With no Randy Orton.
It's kind of weird, right? And the Usos are out there? That's really strange. And Chris says Jay Lethal's lethal injection versus RKO.
Old RKO.
Lethal injection. Randy Paula Wrestling is part 4. Bryce is in the chat. Hey, Bryce says, was there rumors that if Seth Rollins beats Big E for the title, he can go after Roman Reigns or Survivor Series?
Yeah, but that's not happening.
Mm-mm.
It's a week. It's like not even a week away.
Yeah.
It's
It's
6
like
days away.
Next Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
right? Sophie says, it sounds like a lot of wrestling promotions contracts are different. They are. They really are. The WWE likes to sign their people into long-term contracts more so than anything else. They don't like to do one, like night after night, signings. But those indie ones usually will do that. Robbie says, D, your fave, a random tag match. Haha. Oh, yeah. So
They did offer Daniel Bryan a contract, as did AEW, where he could go wrestle in New Japan if he wanted to. If there was nothing going on in the WWF at the time.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they do have a pretty good relation with New Japan, so not as good as AEW seems to have with them, but...
Right.
Bryce says, no RKO, what? And Robbie says, Seth, bring in the vibes. Randy Paula, the Gamers, part 5. And Vindicator says, I'm tired of these New Day members versus Uso members variant matches. The rivalry is played out now. 20-minute break, guys. All right, then.
Okay.
And Karina says, too bad it isn't Randy and Riddle versus Usos tonight.
That's Sunday.
Look at, like, more than half the popcorn already, you boop.
I haven't eaten today.
Oh, Biggie's going after Seth on the outside. What? He thinks he's all tough.
Biggie looks like a Muppet.
So, the Usos won, then? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Oh.
Riddle would have won and Biggie because Seth hit Riddle.
Oh, I see.
There he comes. Are they going to do a 6-man now?
I don't know, but...
So Randy did show up.
Is he really going to be on the Usos team, though?
Riddle?
Mm-mm.
Seth?
Mm-hmm.
That's the team he would pick. It's pandemonium! Some Gorilla
Bryce
Monsoon.
says, hey, by any chance was there a wrestler that threw up? Like when?
Like in the old days, there was a guy that used to puke.
I don't know who it was, but I know it was a girl. I think he means like recently. I have no idea. Chris says, I think Bliss will return at Survivor Series and cost a tag match and make Liv Morgan the sole survivor, thus making them a team. It should be Liv versus Shotzi as the final two.
Wow, that would be interesting. With Bianca and Sasha.
Yeah. Robbie says, "D, when's your mate the Queen on?"
That
That is on SmackDown.
well, she could show up, obviously.
Well, that's true. She could show up, but I don't know if she isn't or not. Randy Paula says, "Did you see them?" I did. I saw all 5 of them.
That was a lot.
Plus your normal one, which is 6. Sophie says AEW contracts have a tier system to them, which is quite interesting. Chris says the only good thing Big E has ever done, a little punch Seth Rollins.
He's moving on up.
Bryce says Liv versus Shotzi, interesting. Sophie says, when do you see AEW do house shows like WWE does? They basically do that on their dark shows. On their YouTube channel, Sophie, that's basically what their house shows kind of are.
Yeah, but they're doing it after Dynamite. It's the same day. It's the same crowd.
Oh, yeah, true.
They just show it the next Tuesday. How much butter did you put in this? Like a pound?
No. Why?
Every bite's buttery.
I just spread it
Nothing
around
wrong
quite
with
well. I can tell you ate like all of it. I don't think I got hardly any.
Just eat the rest of it and give me the apples.
No! You jerk! You should have made sure you ate some fucking dinner.
Mayanna. Why run the risk?
You can take their vaccination and show them what the ball. Randy says, as long as Dewdrop is there, I'm happy. Ravi says Seth
She will be.
hightailing it. Sophie says Nash Bridges is coming back. Bryce says they need to stop doing dark shows that could be entertaining, but you know what, I could be wrong. And Chris says maybe some Dewdrop costing more matches tonight, just have her become a ringside assist in every match.
I'm
Karina
okay
says,
with
what
it.
are you eating? We're eating popcorn and apples. Sorry.
Buttery popcorn.
Randy says, I show a thumbs up if you fancy Dewdrop. And Sophie says, I know they have their dark shows, which they tape before both Dynamite and Rampage. Ravi says, I saw the match card for the tribute for the troops. I wasn't going to watch Big E versus Ziggler. No way, Pedro.
I did not watch that one. I watched the Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair match, and then the Roman Reigns and Shinsuke Nakamura match.
Only because I turned it there. And it was late because the football game went longer.
Oh, it is a 6-man tag match. Very predictable, WWE. Very predictable. Give him a helping hand.
It's like, I hope you washed your feet.
He doesn't.
Now he's got athlete's foot all over his hands. He better not touch his face.
Jimmy looks like he's put on like 30 pounds since last Friday.
Because he doesn't have his shirt on.
Seth Rollins out there, though.
Film is not a fan of Dewdrop. Randy says the Uso are sleazy. Ravi says, D excited for RK Bro. Oh, totally.
Well, who wouldn't be?
Get excited for that old Randy Orton.
Randy Orton's just stalking around the ring. He hasn't even left it yet. There he goes. WWE Shop has all their stuff on 50% off site-wide, it said.
50% off site-wide?
That's what it said.
Weird.
For their clothing. For apparel. Probably not belts.
And Sophie says, I stopped watching Tribute to the Troops like 2017. Randy says they're up to no good. Robbie says, what flavor popcorn? It's movie theater popcorn with extra butter on it.
Then buttered again. So it's triple buttered.
I like me some butter on my popcorn. Will says, hope this is not a thing where they end up with a 10 versus 10 by the end of the night.
Right. 2 more guys are going to interfere in a second.
Sophie says it took them this long to have some sort of Survivor Series build, which they could have done something after Crown Jewel.
Yeah, they're not. Trust me, this pay-per-view means nothing. It's almost like an afterthought. They're already building for matches after it.
Who's going to be the 5th guy on SmackDown now? So on it?
I don't know.
I wonder why he got kicked off.
There again, I don't know. I think the women lost to Blair too, didn't they?
Yeah, they lost to Leah.
And nobody's replaced her yet. So
I don't think so.
That's a lot of excitement coming on Friday. The go-home show. Because we're going to find out who's going to be the 5th member of each team.
Yeah, because it's both SmackDown teams, huh?
Yeah.
That's really weird.
I mean, we might find out tonight, but Sonya Deville is there. Haha, there's a hot tag. Here comes Big E Langston. Look at that belly to belly.
Mm-hmm.
With his big bird shoes on. He's all sorts of excited.
Chris says, do you guys like sushi? Eating some right now.
I've only had it once, and it wasn't even like I had it. My daughter got it at a gas station and said, here, try this. And I said, that doesn't sound safe. And then I had a bite of it.
Gross.
Pretty sure it had weed in it.
I will not eat sushi or sashimi, especially if it has any kind of seaweed on it or raw fish or fish involved, because I don't like fish.
Oh, Piggy just got kicked right in the dome.
This episode says, I wonder how many fans actually know Survivor Series is on Sunday. All the WWE fans.
Anybody that watches WWE knows it's going to be on.
Brandy says, I'm trying to keep myself laughing. Good. Because if you don't laugh, you cry. Aw. About WWE? Yes. Just kidding. Robbie says, don't know why I like plain popcorn when I make it at home.
Yeah, that's basically what this is. And then it's just got butter all over it.
Yeah. I guess it's okay. Plain popcorn's not horrible.
Biggie gonna do
That's
a
not my favorite.
little splash on the hard apron. Oh! It's a lot of man. They better go to a commercial. I was going to say, if they don't go to a commercial, something's fishy.
So as I remember a few years ago, Vince said he wanted to get rid of Survivor Series, and Randy says, who likes haggis? I will pass on haggis also. Travis probably would like it.
I was going to say, I don't know what it is, so. What's a hag?
Haggis is basically just the innards inside of a sheep's stomach.
I'd probably try it.
This is, I think Von Wagner is the 5th man for SmackDown.
Oh, really?
I think that's who it's going to be.
The security guard for Postman Pierce?
Sophie says, do you like seafood? Because we see you eat food.
Seafood?
No. Seafood's gross.
You on a seafood diet?
I'm pretty sure.
Like seafood, I eat it.
You like it, though. Robbie's like, they don't use the term kisser anymore. Bryce says, your good friend Joe is live. As he should be. Randy says, haggis and cheese toasty. I'll take the cheese toasty, but not the haggis. Bryce says, watching a little bit of his live stream at a time. Nice. Sophie says, remember when Survivor Series was a major pay-per-view? What happened to that?
There's just nothing they can really do for it. And when they started having the teams, like, less and less Survivor Series teams, now there's just one Survivor Series match for the men and one for the women. In the old days, it was just teams. Everything was teams.
Robbie's like, Randy living it up with that combo. Haggis and cheese toasty. Sophie says a hag is a woman. Normally. Randy says bad news for the pandemic. It caught Ming. What? I love that you guys in other countries think I know what you're talking about. Meng. M-E-N-G. I don't know what that is. Karina says, how long have y'all been doing these live streams?
About 2 years and 3 months, maybe.
Randy says, Ravi, I love haggis and I leave cheese. No wonder I am a diabetic. I don't think liking haggis and cheese really makes you a diabetic.
It doesn't sound very sugary.
The wrestler Meng is what he's saying.
Some wrestler named Meng. I don't know a wrestler named Meng.
I don't know any wrestlers named Meng.
But it sounds like he's got the vid. The unicorn sprinkles.
I guess. And so it says at least after Sunday, it is the final pay-per-view of the year, and you get your weekends off until January 1st with the start of the new Saturday pay-per-views era.
Yep. Next year, it looks like they're about 50-50. Saturdays and Sundays.
Robbie's like, black pudding is decent.
Is that blood pudding?
Basically. Rennie says, Haku, you might know him as Haku.
I know Haku. Yes. He was on AEW not too long ago. His son was on there. Oh, God. Really? That's what they're doing on NXT 2.0 now? You can't tell me that's not sexual tension. It's sexual chocolate, everybody. Sexual chocolate.
Oh, that couple?
Yeah. You can't tell me that's not sexual tension. Is that what we need in wrestling? Is sexual tension?
Mm-hmm.
We already have indie wrestling and what's his name? Dexter Lumos.
We're back to the action with the 6-man tag match.
Back from commercial break. Seth in there with the veteran, Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm. On one team is Randy Orton, Riddle, and Big E. On the other is Seth and the Usos.
Where's Roman? I feel like Roman needs to be out there.
Why would he be out there?
Because the Usos are out there?
He's not going to waste his time.
He's the head of the table.
If they're going to start fights on their own, that's their problem. Here's Randy says black pudding is lovely. Bryce says they want Randy. And Sophie says Ming was Haku in WCW.
Yes.
Karina says OMG feels like I've been watching Raw for an hour. Not quite. Close.
I was going to say it probably has been an hour. We're really close to it.
It's only been 33 minutes.
Oh, fuck.
Sophie says we also going to have 2 Thursday pay-per-views when they go to Saudi Arabia next year.
Yes. February and October would be my guess.
Robbie says, I can't watch NXT. It's quite boring. And Randy says, NXT 2.0 is Vince on a drug trip. Sophie says, NXT was supposed to be better when they went to the USA Network. It sounds like it got boring.
I don't know. I watch it and fast forward, so it's really hard for me to tell the nuances, what's happening.
Bryce says NXT 2.0 should go to TV 14. And Randy says NXT is a shadow of its former self. Riddle just kicked Seth in the face.
Right. Rip cord right into a knee.
Bryce says, okay, I have to go. I'll see you guys on the next live stream. All right, Bryce. Thanks for hanging with us, man.
Thank you for hanging out with us.
Have a great rest of your night. We'll hopefully see you on Wednesday. Bye.
Yeah, we'll be here Wednesday.
You get a kick to the face. You get a pen.
Riddle's taking it to everybody.
But the Uso broke it up. And then Big E thought he was cool.
Seth is just too good.
Pretty good.
Little Judas effect right in the back of the head. 1, 2, and 3.
He did it and didn't cheat. He didn't hold his pants or anything.
Seth's too good.
Nice. Chris says, unless they bring in Walter for the 5th man for his SmackDown debut.
Uh-oh, Riddle's in trouble.
Randy says WWE changed.
What do you think? Randy hits him with an RKO out of nowhere right here.
Made NXT special.
There it is. Saw that coming.
Chris says, surprised Riddle and Rollins are getting along in this match unless they still aren't. Getting along just fine.
Seth pinned him.
Will says, thank you, Seth, for ending that. Sophie says, Next year is a contract year for both USA Network and Fox, so NXT might get canceled or be put back on the WWE Network. Robbie says, has Nia given up on wrestling now she's been released? I don't know. I've seen her on her Instagram doing a lot of workouts and stuff, so I don't know.
I doubt she'll do too much anywhere else.
As Luna says, RKO. And Ayla's in the chat. Hey, Ayla.
Ayla.
She's like, hey, nerds. Hey, nerds.
Yes, nerds. You tell your daddy.
Did you say your daddy?
Yes. Here comes the return message.
Didn't Riddle and Seth not get along? I have no idea.
Hey, you know, I think it's all between their women, so I would assume the men are fine. They might have to act kind of different because their women are acting all up, but
guys don't care about that crap.
Yeah, guys are...
Randy's like, I want Brock Lesnar. It's just the women that are stupid. Guys could give a shit and care less. It says, I mean that in the most sincere way. Nerds.
Nerds.
Joey says, if Raw gets canceled, what will USA Network have?
Nothing, and they won't do that. Raw has too many people that watch. It's probably USA Network's most popular show.
Dewdrop.
Dewdrop getting gangster.
And then she had to stick her nose on it.
And that, you know, I don't mind seeing Dewdrop and Bianca have a long feud.
Right? I'd be alright with that. As long as it's
Mackenzie
not
Mitchell on the main roster? It's weird. That's an NXT girl. She's pretty.
Prettier than that other one they have on here.
Sarah Shriver or whatever her name is.
Ah, man, she's not pretty. Yeah, and you know what? It would have been fine if you hadn't opened your big fat fucking mouth in the back there, Bianca, when you didn't need to. She was making a point and wasn't even talking to you. Chris says, just got a request from a fake Liv Morgan account on Instagram. I swear, these are the worst kind of fans. It's so cringe.
Yes.
The ones that want to be...
Tamina.
Robbie
Go get her,
says,
Tamina. Nobody mean it in Tamina.
I don't even know what that means.
What?
Pan? A plate? What does that emoji combination mean, Robbie? Randy says, right, I am off. Good night, all. Stay safe, and God bless you all. Thanks, Randy. Hey, have a great night,
Randy.
buddy. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. Sophie says, do you think the USA Network will cancel NXT since the ratings haven't been great, which probably surprised them? No.
I would have to see what else would be in that slot, like reruns of Law and Order or something. Are they going to get a better draw? How many people watch reruns of Law and Order?
It's not like the USA Network has, like, very many original shows anymore like they used to.
Right.
They just don't do it anymore. Ayla says, what, Robbie? I don't speak UK. I know, right? Like, I don't speak UK either, so I don't know what you're saying either. Well, it's like, I do like the show build they seem to be doing for Piper Niven. And Chris says, oh my gosh, Michelle looking good, LOL. Mackenzie Mitchell.
Yes.
Somebody says, wow, Tamina is finally on TV. Film says, is any women's matches about to begin?
Yes.
Yeah,
Bianca right
Belair
now and Tamina. And I'm sure we're going to see a little flash of Dewdrop.
Barbie's like, I don't pay attention to the interviews apart from Kayla. She's the best one.
Yep. Mackenzie Mitchell's pretty, though.
You missed out, Robbie, because she is actually pretty. Nikki says, all right, so maybe a brand new match will actually happen tonight. Yeah, right.
Yeah, until Doudrop shows up. Although that's still be original. Because they haven't done that yet.
It says, I think it's a hole and a sick face. Right? Bam says, oh, Tamina coming out. Okay,
Maybe he's puking in a toilet.
It's like a confused face or something. As Robbie says, I think it's a hole and a confused face. So, Ayla hole confused? What the fuck does that even mean? Arthur is better than John is in the chat. Hey, Arthur.
Hey, Arthur.
Says, hey, dudes and dudettes. How's it going there, man? How you doing? Says, my question is, who she is wrestling? Tamina and Bianca Belair.
Right. With a sighting from Doudrop.
Most likely.
Is going to be my guess.
Mini says, I saw that Bianca and Liv did have a good tribute to the Troops match and showed mutual respect afterwards. They'd have to so that Liv wouldn't cry.
Yeah, they didn't want Liv to start crying.
We didn't want her to fucking cry. She was about to, though. You could tell. She was almost ready to cry. And then it was like, oh, it's fine. You're all right. As Ayla says, you wrote it with my name. What the fuck? I was like, let's go, Bianca Belair. Yeah. Sophie says, NXT does get the same amount of viewers as Rampage.
Jumping all.
What does that tell you?
What does? What? Wait, what?
NXT gets the same amount of viewers as Rampage.
No, it doesn't. Maybe it does. Okay. Probably.
Robbie says, Ayla, jump in the hole. Ha ha. Film's like, yes, yes, yes. And Ayla says, shaking my head. How is that? Jump in a hole. Sophie says, have you noticed lately they have been showing random movies before Raw goes on the air? No, because I don't watch anything before.
You know, anything is better. Tonight it was John Wick 2.
Oh, that's a good movie.
But it used to be this, like, Chicago cop show.
Oh, my. So angry.
I
hate this guy. He talks so stupid. Sorry. Arthur says, all is good. Fantastic, my man. Film says, boo, Doudrop. Robbie says, I'm asking Ayla you to jump in a hole. Like a hole, like the whole pie. You gotta take the W off the hole, man. Arthur says, hey from Gateshead in the UK. Fantastic.
Hey.
Another British person from Britain.
You sound like you're from London.
What part of the UK are you from? Where is Gateshead? Is that in Ireland or Scotland or Wales or England? Ayla says, in a hole? You don't want me to jump in half a hole? Vindicator says, Arthur is what then what? How do people think are all these wild names all 9F a sudden in this chat recently? Maybe Luke's sending some weirdos over here. No, don't tell him I said it. He's probably lurking in the background, Vindicator, watching everything that you do.
I'm going to go drink like the Lord intended.
Arthur
in my
says,
house,
England,
in my underwear.
The North. He's from the north of England. The North. From the North. As Robbie said, it's by Newcastle.
Oh, there she is. Speak of the devil when she shows
Speak of
up.
the ugly one, and she's around.
She's like the wicked
Which
stepsister.
Robbie, it's like, I wouldn't have known where Newcastle was either, so at least Arthur told me kind of where more it was. Where Newcastle is. Talking to KO. He's like, oh, you want me to be a bad guy? I'll be a bad guy. Film says Doudrop's armpits suck. They're not sexy enough in my honest opinion.
Yeah, I could see that. What about Finn Balor's?
I think you
Do
should
you like Finn Balor's?
Kevin Owens' armpits.
Those are dudes. He doesn't like dudes.
So is Finn Balor's. Sophie says with Fox,
Finn Balor's
I watch
very
whatever
feminine.
It is on before SmackDown. Robbie says Gatehead is near Newcastle. Once again, I wouldn't know where Newcastle was. Film says Bliss versus Liv Morgan would be an interesting match.
Isn't that a sandwich joint?
Newcastle? No, that's White Castle.
Oh, never mind.
Arthur says it's from Red Dead Redemption. Arthur Morgan is better than John Marston.
Ah.
Just across the river, Tyne. North, across the river. That's awesome, man.
That is pretty cool.
Sophie says there was a time when Raw
Thanks for
wasn't
being
on
up so
the
late
USA
and hanging out
Network.
with us.
Yeah, definitely. And the USA Network seemed to be doing great without it.
Yeah, USA is going to be around without it, but That was in the early 90s. I mean, they could have been on it, not on it a few times in the 2000s, but I don't remember that. But. Who is going to be on Team SmackDown? Tamina just attacks Bianca.
She's like, I fucking hate your face. Thank you. As Film says, no, I like women's armpits, not dudes.
Do you like Bianca's? Because Bianca's bigger than Finn Balor.
Robbie says, D, you would blow your mind if you heard the Newcastle accent. As in, I wouldn't understand the thing they're saying. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Hila says, I could have a dope name. Dovaclin.
Sounds like a drug.
What the fuck?
Sounds like a drug to, like, put you to sleep.
Dovaclin? Somehow I feel like our table got farther away from us.
I think the computer's just opened backwards.
Oh, maybe that's it. Yeah, there's nobody meaner than Tamina.
Is that better?
Kind of. It's a little too forward, but yeah, it'll work.
There's Dewdrop in the back.
She's like watching her.
She looks like she's going to spring formal.
She's like, I'm ready to beat somebody's ass.
Tamina.
Film's like,
grinding down.
Come on, Bianca. Somebody says they're setting up a Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens feud.
Hey, tonight, Street Profits versus the Alpha Academy.
Indicator says, so which is the official name for that region? England, Great Britain, or UK? Even American only has one name.
North America.
Well, the UK, the United Kingdom, includes all of them. Scotland, Ireland, Wales, England. The United Kingdom includes all of those countries.
I thought they checked out of the UK. Wasn't that like a big deal that they like left it?
Okay. They left out from under England's power.
England left under England's power? That's what I'm talking
England
about.
is its own thing.
I know, that's who I was talking about. I thought they left.
Ireland left from under their power.
In the past, so like 5 years.
They're not, yeah, so they're not ran by England anymore. They have their own parliament and everything.
That was the war of, like, 1916.
But Arthur says, like, the UK left the EU, which is a different thing. That's the European nation.
Union,
like the European stuff. That's different.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Like, the UK is not part of it anymore.
Hey, look at our referee.
Part of that.
Bringing up some NXT stars to the main roster. Mackenzie Mitchell and this smoke show, whatever her name is. What do we say, Leo Rush's wife? Isn't that what they said?
Somebody said that. Or dating him, or with him.
Getting jiggy with it. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. She's very slow and steady with her count. Did you see that?
Uh-huh. I saw her when she did it before, too. She's like Aubrey.
Very slow. That's good. I like slow counts. As long as it's consistent, it doesn't matter.
Ayla, no, ha ha ha. She can't have a dope name like that. And Sophie says they are setting up a Finn Balor versus that. And Film says, oh, come on, Bianca. Ayla wants to know, is a Newcastle accent like a Fargo accent? I don't think so.
Probably not.
Arthur says the Gordy accent is funny these days.
Oh, shit.
I don't even know what the Gordy accent is, but it sounds funny. Sophie says Raw was on Spike TV for 3 or 4 years before they moved back to the USA Network. Film says yes for Bianca, but my one girl always through thick and thin.
Yeah, I'm sure USA jumped at having him back.
Robbie says, Ayla, Google the show Gordy Shaw and you will know. Vindicator says Bianca versus Tamina is actually an interesting match of power versus power, even though it's not a fresh match.
Right.
Right? And if Tamina was a little bit younger, it'd probably be even better. Because she's not
like Samoan drop, but she misses it.
She's not as young as freaking Bianca out there, by the way.
Look at this. Kiss of death. Look at the strength in Bianca's lower half. That's it. Ring the bell. Bianca decimates Tamina.
Barely. She lost her eyelash.
Yeah, I saw it pop off.
It's hilarious. I think she's lost them like multiple times. And
she's trying to put it back on.
Sweetie, just forget about it. You might as well not even try.
Yeah, it pops off right here. See it? It's right. It's right here. You'll see it bounce.
Kofi says they were on Spike TV during that horrible invasion storyline, and Arthur says in the North we say "oot" for out.
Oot.
Oot. It says it's a dragonborn name, Dovahkiin in Skyrim. Thomas Akers is in the chat. Hey, Thomas says, just wanted to say, hey, Wrestling Gab. Okay, back to Joe. Have a great stream. Thanks, Thomas.
Look at
Have a
Dewdrop.
great night, ma'am. Thanks for stopping in
Thank
for a second.
you for hanging out with us. Dewdrop coming down. I love it.
Chicken attack. Sophie says, I wonder who is in charge of Raw backstage tonight since John was last week. Arthur says, why I need bother. Winnicur says, nerdy Ayla. Travis knows nothing about Skyrim.
See, they're starting it. Stuff after Survivor Series. After Survivor Series, I'll be looking for you.
Arthur says UK left the U. And Ayla says it was more for me than Travis. Robbie says I thought Bianca was meant to be the roughest, toughest. More like the crap EST. Old Esther.
It's Esther.
Zoe says, I never played Skyrim. Erica just laughing, and Film says, I'm glad that you UK from the EU.
She just got called out for later after Survivor Series.
Film says that's my honest opinion on it, aka UK and EU situation. Sophie says the Alpha Academy versus Street Profits. Where have I seen that match before? Arthur says the Brieux thing went on too long.
Whoa.
Or the Brexit, maybe.
All right, everybody.
say
Get your
that word.
popcorn ready. Liv Morgan's coming down.
Is this that match?
No.
Oh.
They're setting it up for after the pay-per-view.
Phone says, what? Russia's wife is in WWE? Vindicator says, Robbie is kind of weird. You like Mella, but hate Bianca. I will never understand that. Sophie says, the former Bronson Reed showed up in New Japan this past Saturday night. Good for him. Glad he found a spot.
Good for him getting a job.
Rally says, hi. Wonder when Liv gets a chance versus Becky. Maybe day one pay-per-view on January 1st. Maybe massive Liv Morgan fan. She's great. Nobody meaner than Tamina. Ayla says, I meant Fargo in a comparison way, like us to Fargo, Newcastle to whatever Robbie is. Robbie's like, not Gordy, it's Gordy. The G is pronounced like a J.
Becky's stomach looks fantastic.
Oh, it's a Jordy? Why would you pronounce it like a J? You're not in Mexico.
Jorge with a G. Is that what you're talking about?
G's are pronounced like J's. Raleigh says, I'd be amazed if Tamina won versus Bianca. Ayla's like, so Jordy? Robbie's like, Ayla with the hella disrespect. Arthur's like, Jordy's rule. Sophie says, how did Tamina survive the roster cut while her cousin Nia Jax was part of that a couple of weeks ago?
Who knows?
Robbie says it's spelt with a G. Ayla's like, but it sounds like a J. You said it. And Bryce says, boo, Dewdrop is coming, boo. And Bryce says, okay, I'm back. And now I'm gone. Bye.
All right.
Arthur says, Becky Lynch sucks. Sophie says, why are you building feuds after Survivor Series instead of building Survivor Series?
Because it's an afterthought. Survivor Series is an afterthought. Either that or it builds itself.
Well, at least we have something to look forward to after the shithole that Survivor Series will be. Bryce says, bye. And Chris says, Liv Morgan. Raleigh says, woohoo, Liv Morgan, yay, go Liv. Buddy Murphy was at New Japan on Saturday, too, versus Okada.
Oh, wow. Lots going on in New Japan.
Chris says, the Lynch mob in full effect here tonight. Becky looking like Lita back in the day.
Isn't she?
Arthur says, we got our lingo from the Vikings. Sophie says, I wonder which feuds will last to the day one pay-per-view and which one will get blown off before then.
A lot of them will be blown off by then. I think we're going to have Bobby Lashley versus Big E around day one. They have a big show coming up. It's just going to be a Monday Night Raw or whatever. But it's going to be at Madison Square Garden around Christmas time.
Oh.
At least that's what I heard. And that'll start up quite a few feuds heading into day one.
Right. Film says Becky's stomach. What's wrong with her stomach?
Nothing. I think it looks fantastic.
And film says Becky Lynch doesn't suck. You don't know that for sure, dude.
She might suck. I mean, she's been with Seth for a while, so she probably doesn't anymore. But I'm sure she does if they were single.
Riley says, do you agree Kayla Braxton is easily the best backstage interviewer? Everyone else is like a robot. None are better than Renee.
I like Toasty Marshmallow way better than Renee, but...
Mm-hmm. Sophie says the former Bronson Reed would have showed up at a wrestling promotion a month ago, but he had some sort of visa issues. He sure did.
Ew.
Arthur says Bailey is the best. Film says, oh, Buddy Murphy, who could have had full potential in WWE, but he's fired. And he's got kids.
Fired. Buddy Murphy has kids?
Oh, wait, not Buddy Murphy. The other one.
Heath Slater.
Heath Slater.
Buddy Murphy was banging old Bliss.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's either married or something to like a Backstreet Boy or something. I don't even know who this guy is. He's
like
about
garbage.
as feminine as he get.
Yeah, he's way femmy. Mm-hmm.
She likes those young 12-year-old boys.
Mm-hmm. Robbie says, I agree, Beck does suck. She's overdoing it with her gimmick.
It's the Conor McGregor thing. It works. It pays off. People love Conor McGregor.
In film, Arthur says Bailey is the best. And film says Bailey just come back and wrestle already. Film says she may suck as a heel in 2021, but not 18 to 19. Was it bad with the beginning of the man gimmick?
Yeah, and she's fine. Becky's going to be fine. She's going to be champion till probably WrestleMania.
Hmm.
I don't know who they're going to have beat her at WrestleMania, but it's going to be some uber babyface.
Probably. Raleigh says Bailey is great. So funny on Twitter. Always making me laugh. Can't wait until she comes back. Arthur says Becky Lynch is a loser. And we have Melinda Ford in the chat.
Hey, Melinda.
If you're new, please subscribe. Give us a
Make
thumbs
sure
up.
you're subscribing, hanging out with us.
Hi to everybody.
Introduce
Everybody
yourself
be
into
polite.
the chat. Everybody make her feel at home.
Film says, are you talking about Ryan? That's Bliss's fiance. Yeah, the
whoever
Kimmy
it is.
boy. Somebody says, do you think it was a good idea for the WWE to announce their 2022 pay-per-view schedule a month ago?
Indianapolis, welcome to the big time. Hey, look, she's building up towards Survivor Series. Nobody wants to see this match again. She's still the man.
I hope she's still just the man. It's way better for her to use that than any of the other ones.
Nothing natural about you. I wonder what Beck's gonna say about that.
Nothing natural.
About you. She's smiling. Oh, God.
Ooh. Ooh, different stratosphere.
Different.
Sophie says, I can see them giving Liv a real push to a championship.
I could see him giving her a push, but not to a championship.
Film says, to be honest, for myself, I'm having mixed feelings about this dude. It belongs if he can take good care of her. He's doing a good job. Mm-hmm. Melinda says, I got brain cancer and trying to find a nice room to hang out.
Where it's all dark and calm.
And take their mind off things. Arthur says it should be Bayley. Maybe
Bayley
she
is
shouldn't have broke
broken.
herself.
She's got a torn knee. Takes a year to come back from.
Bobby says, does Becky ever fight on Raw, or is it just on pay-per-views? No, she's had some matches on Raw.
She's a main eventer. And yeah, she will
what
fight.
happened to Alita? She's in the hospital due to some of her circulation issues. Chris says Charlotte wants to talk about natural, LOL.
I know.
Sophie says Saturday pay-per-views will be hard to get used to since we are used to having WWE pay-per-views on Sunday nights, except for the couple of times that we had Saturday pay-per-views this year. Arthur says Becky looks greasy. Vindicator says Becky even talking about Spawn, it makes me want to leave, but I am curious, Travis. Who do you have winning that match, which won't be clean anyway?
That's going to be so tough. Normally, I would just say Becky wins it, but in a really good fight. But Charlotte, I haven't seen Charlotte lose in so long. It's a tough one. Is she trying not to cry?
I'm sorry. Oh, God, her voice annoys the fuck out of me.
It's because she's terrible on the mic.
Arthur says Charlotte is the most beautifulest ever. Chris says, well, Bex, you also had to be punched by Nia to send you to the stratosphere, aka the big time. Chris is like, Liv Morgan time, baby. Vindicator's like, yay, Liv.
Don't get me wrong, I like the red.
Maybe you should make things happen.
Thank you.
Yeah,
she
and
lost
she probably
yesterday.
didn't want to see you cry about it either. Oh, video package. Yes.
Let's watch the video package. You don't just get it handed to you, sweetheart.
I think she wants to just hand it to her. Robbie says every time I watch Raw, Becky just talks out of her ass. I see no wrestling from her since she came back. That's a lot of them just talk out of their ass. What are you
You'll
talking
see
about?
her wrestle this Sunday.
Chris says, woo, look at Liv's outfit. Arthur says, boo, Liv. And Phil says, to be honest, Charlotte needs to stay away.
It's not my fault. I wasn't even here.
I feel like she has won so many titles, she doesn't need to win them anymore. I love Charlotte Flair. Woo, says
And some people don't.
Robbie says, haha, good for Liv putting an end to Becky's crap talk. Didn't happen very much, did it? She's not going to be able to talk much. Because Becky's going to have to, support her through this whole promo thing right now. Somebody says Becky.
What have you done?
Liv.
You've done
Do you
nothing.
see them having it on a future episode or save it for day one? Arthur says, read Utsi on the morrow. All right, thanks, Arthur. We probably won't be here tomorrow, but we'll definitely be here Wednesday for AEW Dynamite if you want to join us then. Michael Laredo's in the chat. Hey, Michael says, hey, guys. And Robbie says, so that's only pay-per-views then. Vindicator says, take it off, Becky, as soon as possible, Liv. Make Raw meat feel fresh again. Chris says, underperform? You mean
Rock bottom? No!
There's a difference. Michael Loretta
They're trying to
says,
make
I
Liv
miss-
look tough.
I know, right?
She just lost yesterday.
Michael says, I miss her hour of Raw. Did I miss anything good?
There was a pretty good little feud at the beginning. The Usos came down and attacked Big E.
They had a 6-man tag match. Seth pinned
Riddle.
And then they had a women's match of Bianca Belair versus Tamina. Ooh, touch it. Ooh, are you touching it? Film says I may not get a chance to show up for the AEW live stream. I might show Friday. And
That's
David
okay.
Valentine is in the chat.
Hey, David. Thanks for hanging out with us.
News, Estiville and A. Pierce to take complete control over all of WWE. Great news. That's interesting.
Take it over.
Del Trotter's in the chat. Hey, Del Trotter says, hey, and he's seen that dirty little plunks Rodney? No. Rodney. Film says, can't wait to see Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan's armpits in action. Woo, nice.
Yeah, we don't know when that's going to happen.
Robbie says, oh, Liv cooking Bex, haha. Isn't that nice of him that the Hill Becky gave the good little two-shoe crybaby Liv a chance? Oh, how sweet of her.
The match isn't going to be long when it happens.
Michael Laredo says, awesome to see Jay Lethal in AEW.
Right? I was hoping he'd come in as Randy Savage.
Vindicator's like, nah, leave my girl Liv alone, Travis. It's her time to shine, just like Hangman Page. Anything can happen and shit. Yeah, the difference is Hangman Page doesn't go sit in a corner and cry about it all the time.
Page is decent on the mic also. Like, he's not one of the greatest, but he's decent.
Mm-hmm. Del Trotter says we got to be at the market. You got to be at the market.
Got to go to the market.
Chris says
go
Liv wins title, then Bliss versus Liv for the title. Sophie says, are they setting up a triple threat feud with Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, and Big E? I don't think so, really.
I mean, it would work. I would be okay if they did that.
Oh, God.
All I care about is this team and the title. So you do care about me.
We heard your conversation.
Ford was a Marine. We found that out yesterday.
Found that out yesterday that Ford was a Marine. I had no idea that he was a Marine.
He had tours in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Ooh, they got
the Alpha
business with
Academy.
The Academy.
They forgot who they were with.
Can't wait for that match. Del Trotter says, Chris, how is Steve? Michael says, I like Jay Lethal's song. A Film says, I miss Paige wrestling in a WWE ring. I'm not sure what he said, so. He must have said something that probably was not happening.
He's like, ah! Lifting the cup. There comes the red cups. Red Solo Cup. I'll fill you up.
No, Hangman goes, sits in a corner at a bar and drinks and cries. He doesn't cry when he drinks.
He's not a crybaby.
He's not a crybaby. Sophie says, so in a way your channel started at the same time as AEW was born.
Right. We started about 2 months before.
Film says, Ty Conte looks sexy when she was going up against Dr. Britt Baker.
Yes.
And Ayla's in the chat says, did Del get a timeout? Haha. Yeah, he's asking about peeps that nobody knows. He's just like, how's so-and-so? Like, how's the... Chris, how's Jess? And how is Steve? Nobody knows who you're talking about.
That's pretty funny.
Sophie says, they are slowly setting up a Randy Orton-Matt Riddle breakup. Film says, wow, Ty Conte, heart. Michael says, what you guys think of Matt Riddle?
Love Matt Riddle.
He's okay. He's weird. I don't really like it.
He's one of the best things going on Monday Night Raw.
He's goofy. Brings out the goofiness in Randy, I guess. Film says Hangman Adam Page is a Chad when it comes to beer.
Roman's finally got the crown now, so.
I don't know if I'd really consider him a Chad, Film. Minicator says, oh yeah, Travis, the two small guys from Hit Row, Swerve and Adonis, were also in the military, the army. Adonis survived walking through landmines on multiple occasions.
Because he's so little.
Michael says, I love Adam Page. And Ayla says, how is Steve, though? It feels like me, too. He's a decent wrestler. Sophie says, another feud they are setting up for after Survivor Series between the Street Profits and RK Bro.
Yes.
And Chris says, Shotzi just tweeted, she said it isn't official until someone gets called a bitch, I guess because of Liv versus Becky.
Right. That's Liv. That's all she had, was a little bit of a curse word.
Yeah.
She said on behalf of all the WWE universe that Becky's a bitch.
She does not talk for me, by the way. I think Liv's a dumbass.
A Demas.
Mm-hmm. And
Did
she'll
you need a
always be
Street
a
Profits
dumbass.
cup?
The tiny one?
It's a bunch of smoke in here.
Sophie says John Boxley will be back depending on how many days he has of rehab. Oh, I'm sure he'll be back. It'll take him a while. He needs to get healthy in his brain.
Once he get his head straight, he'll be fine. He'll think he has it all figured out in about 3 weeks. That's about your normal curve where you think you know everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when you talk to people like that, they're like, I know. Oh, I know. And then so you can't get in. So you got to start teaching them about Buddha.
True.
So they could stop saying, I know. Oh, I know. Is it the most crippling word in the English language? I know.
Crippling. Vindicator says, congrats, Ravi, on your first time out. Trolls be damned with a Ravinator on patrol. Hasta la vista, LOL. Michael says, yeah. Sophie says, I thought Ravi was a mod. He is a mod. He's in blue. Chris says, Sandman didn't need rehab and he had a six-pack every match. Mox will be all right. No one important. Guess who dropped a like? Thanks, no one.
Hey, no one?
Appreciate it. Are you part of the You Can't See Me group?
He's a John Cena fan.
So
Can't see me. My time
was
is
part
now.
of NXT like a year ago.
Yeah, I remember she just showed up on AEW TV. I was like, I guess she got released from NXT.
Like, that's interesting. I wonder where she's doing. Oh, hello. That's nice.
I'd like to see an Anna Jay push myself.
Right?
Let her and Paige be champions of the Dark Order.
The Dark Order. Dark Order.
I figured Wyndham Rotunda might show up on Saturday. I was looking forward to it, and I didn't see him. It's very heartbroken.
Yeah. Heartbroken. Robbie says, LOL, yeah, it just clogs up Chapman. And Sophie says,
Stephanie, the third year in a row, Stephanie
Riddle?
McMahon was named one of Adweek's most powerful women in sports, alongside executives from Amazon, Disney, DraftKings, MLB, NBA, and NBC Universal.
Wow. I don't really find that she's a very powerful woman in anything.
Her dad owns $1 billion company, and she runs part of it.
She fucking don't. And does she really run that much of it? Doubtful. They're just trying to pump up something that's not really happening. Sophie's like, do you see Orton versus Riddle at day 1 or Rumble or Mania?
No. Maybe by Mania, yes.
Ayla says, wait, Robbie is a mod? And no one says, actually, my favorite wrestler is Booker T.
Booker T.
Chris
There
says
you
Ty
go.
Conte will become champ and Anna Jay will turn on her so she can get the title. David Valentine says, how can the SmackDown Survivor Series team ladies win against Raw Survivor Series ladies team in a match when they fight each other and can't get along? I don't know. One of them they got rid of. And they
got rid of Aaliyah, so we got to...
already, so who knows? And it wasn't like she was fighting with anybody.
Maybe it'll be Bayley.
And the only reason why is because she somehow became friends with Naomi. And she's like, I did?
When did Bayley leave? Was that after Mania?
I don't remember. Yeah. Robbie
so
says,
it hasn't been that long.
Ayla, I know, right? How is Ravi Ahmad? Ha ha. Michael says, I hope to see the Briscoes in AEW. And Sophie says, I think Nia Jax would have been part of the Survivor Series team if she didn't get released. And Chris
I would assume
says,
so.
Alpha Academy, baby. And Sophie says, I don't know how many days rehab takes for people.
Each people are different, man.
Each people's
different.
Each people are different. Yeah, we've got
it depends on who's paying for it. If he's paying for it himself, it might be shorter than if somebody else was paying for it.
We've got Dawkins and Chad Gable in the ring right now, having a Gale fight of love.
That Dawkins trying to wrestle with the little man, but he just can't.
He's like, how do I do
like
this
that
with
little
this
suplex?
dude?
Ford running around on his knees. About the same height as Chad Gable when he's on his knees like that.
Almost. Pretty close.
A lot closer in height than when Gable's standing up and he's standing up. 1, 2. Do you see him flexing? So we haven't actually seen Otis wrestle very much since he's came over to Raw, have we? He was kind of getting pushed as a singles wrestler there for a while. Mm-hmm. Really tough. So we'll have to see how he performs in this match.
True.
Rhea Ripley, Carmella later on tonight. I'm okay seeing that.
That's weird. Ayla's like, who? It's Ayla. Like, Ayla. Not Ale. Robbie calls
like
her
liquor?
Ale. Chris says maybe Alpha Academy should go to NXT and get a push and maybe have feuds with Ciampa and Braun Breaker and become NXT champ. Robbie says Otis no longer does the worm. He's a serious wrestler now.
Yeah, he turned all serious after he shaved his ugly pudding.
Shaved his face and cut off his hair. Michael says Cody should turn heel. Sophie says, I think this is the first time in a while that there has been no McMahon on TV.
For a while, right? Like, there hasn't been a McMahon forever.
Right? Film says Rhea Ripley. Yeah, she's going to be on later with Carmella. And Walter's in the chat for a second.
There he comes.
10 minutes. Hey, Walter.
Hey,
Walt. Raw good tonight. I can stay for 10 minutes.
Good
Michael says, I'm looking to see CM Punk versus Cody.
Old CM
Film
Punk.
says she's coming out tonight on Raw. Rhea? Yeah, she'll be out there. Sophie says my favorite wrestler is The Rock.
Nothing wrong with The Rock.
Vindicator says Otis versus Bearcat Lee would have been an interesting match had Lee not been cut, which still boggles my mind, especially since Lee is more athletic than Otis.
Yeah, we don't know what's happening behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. Film says, oh. Ayla says, hey, Walter. Walter says, on Wednesday, I'll be here for AEW 8 p.m. on time. Chris says, I want to see Punk versus Suzuki.
Look at Ford flying over the top rope.
Oh, crap. You better watch your back, buddy. Otis is out there.
Otis taking everybody out. You get a splash. You get a splash.
He's like, I will kill you all.
He's definitely acting like Oprah Winfrey out there.
Totally.
Before she lost weight.
I thought she still looked like that, but what do I know? So it was like Bayley is scheduled to return sometime after Mania. Michael says, my fave is CM Punk. And Film says, Carmella versus Rhea Ripley. Heart faces. Love to see that if you know what I mean.
Oh, I'm sure I know what you mean.
Walter's like, hey, Ayla. And Vindicator says, McMahon on TV would bring ratings down now that Stone Cold is retired.
We don't know about that. Stephanie does a good job. I like Stephanie being a biatch, but they got, what's her name doing it? Sonya Deville.
We've got Sonya filling those shoes. The witch shoes. Michael says WWE TV ratings are already down. And Walter says AEW Full Gear was good on Saturday.
It was. It was a really good show.
It was pretty good.
It was our third biggest show we've ever done.
Which is really weird to me. I mean, that's very strange. Like, on so many levels of strange. Sophie says, do you see if Jon Moxley was still in the WWE that he wouldn't check himself into rehab?
I don't know what he would do.
Yeah,
He still has a kid and a wife. If he wants to keep those, he has to go to drug rehab.
Yeah, if you're going to keep those kind of things in life, you have to, like, be a responsible human adult. Really sucks.
I mean, he's got a lot of people there that he could talk to, like the Hardy, Jeff Hardy. That dude, like, lives in rehab.
That's true. Robbie says, I still don't understand what Oprah is all about. Giving people whales.
You get a whale. You get a whale.
That's what she's about. Vindicator says Philip Jack Brooks would probably be too old to make it on Raw meet nowadays since he's much slower overall. Isn't that the fucking truth? Sophie says, what Otis Mandy storyline was a hit, then out of nowhere they dropped it.
Yeah.
It was
Well, it was because
good.
of the draft, I believe, right? Didn't they just draft Mandy to
Yeah,
Raw?
they drafted her over to another one because of Dolph. Remember?
Yeah.
Dolph got involved with everything.
Is that no? That was Miz, wasn't it?
Miz got involved in some of it, but
Miz is the one that had him traded because
yeah, but Dolph was all going after Mandy.
Right.
Pie cakes?
Pancakes.
Ew, why is it blue? That's gross. Those one pancakes look good. Too bad.
Baby got
pancakes
back.
Don't like me. Anyways, Ayla's like, Robbie, check under your chair, right? Right, exactly. You get a well. David Valentine says, will Adrian Palmer and Daniel Monet show up on AEW Dynamite? Wrestling Gab, y'all know them when you Google the names. These ladies can wrestle.
I like ladies that can wrestle.
I don't know them.
I like ladies that can look good wrestling too. I don't feel like I asked for too much in the women's wrestling division. Just look good and be good. Okay. Whoa!
I think you're asking way too much. Robbie says they tried to make me go to rehab, but I said no, no, no. Who is they and how can they make you?
Was it your family?
Did you get an intervention?
Did everybody sit down with you?
Sophie says Keith Lee and Karrion Kross to AEW. I don't think so. Karrion Kross has been showing a lot of his old indie stuff, so I don't think he's going to AEW.
I'm okay if he does, though.
Walter says Survivor Series
Yes,
will
please.
be good. Pay-per-view coming up this Sunday. Chris says Sonya had great heel promos. It looks like no car. Well, you're not in the Oprah audience. No car for you. It's a whale. You get whales.
And schools.
Chris says Punk versus Cross would be cool. Walter says Jay Lethal is now with AEW. Yeah, that was the big
I did not
surprise
read
on
about his
Saturday.
contract. I did see that he had signed a contract. I just don't know what it's about.
Robbie says, Ayla, I can't. I'm laying in bed. And Chris says, and if Cross goes to AEW, Scarlett will be more sexual. Ayla says, maybe
like
there's
sexual.
a car under your bed. Chris says, more random team-ups. Who you got?
Finn Balor, Kevin Owens later tonight. Lots of stuff's unfolding as we just sit here. Raw's writing itself. Shoulder blocks by the Alpha Academy. You know, the Alpha Academy is taking it right to the Street Profits.
Sophie says, I'm surprised Stone Cold hasn't shown up on WWE television after they returned to touring.
Why? Stone Cold's never on TV.
Walter says, no cars under bed. LOL, funny, Ayla. Robbie says, cheers, Ayla. Thanks for the gift. Haha. And Ayla's like, not me, bud. Oprah. Yeah, that's what Oprah does. Gives people cars from under their chairs.
Ooh, Survivor Series. We already know that's going to happen. Team RK
versus
Bro
the Usos.
versus the Usos.
Vindicator's like, by the way, Delitha, I just watched a YouTube clip of Hangman reacting to his championship victory, and he admitted he would cry right then and there. He would cry. But did he?
But he's cowboy shit.
Did he cry, though? That's the whole point. You're saying that he said he would cry, but did he fucking cry? I bet you he fucking didn't. I bet you he did not shed a fucking tear. Why? Because he's a fucking man. Another, because he has fucking cojones.
Oh!
And Liv has nothing. She's a big fat cry little baby who goes and sniffles in the fucking corner and then...
Ford can't take him down. He wants to take him down. He's trying to take him down. He's trying to hold the big man down, but he just can't get him down. Oh, he kicked him in the gut. That'll work. Woo! Woo!
This used to get him all excited.
Look at Ford. He's like... It's like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. He's like, God damn it, it's not working. Oh! Backhanded him. Jumps up, kicks him in the head. Big power slam. That'll hurt ya. 1, 2. Dawkins with the save. I love watching Bugs Bunny cartoon wrestling. Oh, a Judas effect.
Chris says Finn Balor and Otis team up. Vindicator says that we know how much you love criers.
It's time for the Academy.
But he didn't really cry. That's the whole point.
Here we go.
Robbie says it will be just like WWE to make Otis and Chad to lose this match.
Yeah, right here. 1, 2. No. Dawkins is going to move. Mm-hmm. Otis busts the barricade almost.
Now he's out there all distracted, and Chad's going to get his ass beat.
4. Oh, he jumped up there and then fell. Crossbody. Rolls him through. 1, 2, and 3. Quick roll up. The most devastating move in sports entertainment. The roll up.
The fruit one. The fruit roll up. It's not just a roll up, it's a fruit roll up. Sophie says Tucker turned on Otis, and they didn't follow up on that, and Tucker got released.
Yeah. It's because Tucker looked weird because he lost a bunch of weight, and he just looked funny. They had to punch 2 big fat guys, and then all of a sudden he lost a bunch of weight. Like, don't do keto if you're a fat guy.
Or at least go to the gym and work out while you're doing it. Ayla says, speaking of cars, Travis, can you fix my car handle? It fell off. Do you still have the car handle?
Car handle just fell. I mean, yes, they're fixable. Was it the inside of the car or the outside of the car? Last Monday.
Oh, and he lost. It was so amazing.
Raw finally did justice to their team.
Sophie says Twitter was weird with whatever Tony Khan said about having an all-women's pay-per-view. Oh. Phil says, so yeah, breaking up heavy machinery was a bad idea on WWE part. Well, hey, the damage has been done.
Yeah, I mean, he's already been released. There's nothing they can do about it now.
Yeah. Robbie says, LOD, isn't it good to cry now and again? Haha, meant to be good for the soul. I know, Robbie, that you cry a lot. You probably look in the mirror and cry constantly. So I'm pretty sure it's good for your soul.
It's okay
Even
to
though
cry.
You probably don't have one. Chris says, I don't think Liv is actually a crybaby. It's probably just an act. Maybe she has a fetish for always being defeated. Oh no, she's a crybaby. That's not an act, friend.
She does cry quite a bit.
She's a fucking crybaby. That's not an act at all.
Post-Bad Pierce.
Like, it's so not an act that she cried and quit at the same time.
Well, what would you like me to throw him in there with?
Ooh.
We needed champions in there.
They had a verbal contract. So the only way he got in there was because that he is his Rey's son. He just literally said it right there.
There you go. Stay in your lane. Post-Bad Pierce going right after Rey. Against Bobby Lashley.
Good luck.
He just left his lane. And whenever you do that, Postman Pierce has got to get involved. Good luck.
Excuse me.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Sophie says there's still a lot of big name free agents that are out there that both AEW and Impact want. Phil says, how would it be strategy for Vince McMahon to stop Khan? It wouldn't. Just
he already did.
Just do their thing.
He's already got it in motion. He released everybody.
Right.
Khan's signing everybody.
So he says Stone Cold sometimes show up on WWE television over the years.
Right, yeah, and there might be something where he shows up in Texas for the Super Bowl, whatever it's called. WrestleMania.
Vindicator says wrestling is just a sensitive sport, you know, unlike the heartless cheaters in baseball who never cry. Not in front of the cameras. Likely cry at home in the arms of their moms and girlfriends.
So, Nikki ASH is coming down with her. But Rhea Ripley does have a match against the Smoke Show.
Yes.
Carmella.
Oh, Carmella. Will Hunter says they say Chuck Norris has tears that cure cancer, but Chuck Norris never cries. That's the point, right? Because he's not a crybaby. Ayla says the inside driver's side. We tried to fix it, but it seems like a bolt is stripped. I don't know. You would just have to bring it over to have it checked, to have him look at it to see what's going on with it, hon. Foam says, like in Sean Khan, I will Vince McMahon stop him.
Oh, is this later? So they're going to have... ASH is also fighting the Queen.
What's Nikki doing?
She's wrestling the Queen next. Zelina Vega.
Oh.
Not next, but next after this
After
match.
Rhea Ripley's match.
Right.
Got it.
That girl had a goat head.
So did the guy she was running towards until the bell tolled, and then she went to
Get a
Taco
taco.
Bell to get a taco. Jacob Jeans in the chat
Hey,
says,
Jacob.
hey, did you guys know today is Macho Man's birthday? I did see some stuff on Instagram, but I didn't really do a whole bunch of stuff.
It's too bad.
Vindicator says stripped blots and lug nuts are the worst, or rather bolts. But blots are more fun
I
when
like
they're
blots.
stripped. Sophie says it's funny the WWE isn't known for long-term booking, but look at all the feuds that they have planned for after Survivor Series. Robbie says, come on, D, killing my self-esteem, haha. Am I? That you have no soul and you cry, in the mirror, on a daily basis? That's your problem.
Vin's leaving for 30 minutes.
And Chris says, Ray versus Dom for Survivor Series team. And Ayla says, good, Robbie, go cry in the shower so no one can tell, loser. So if it's like the WWE is weird, if you are fat, you will either get released or are in catering.
Yeah, don't be fat.
Dewdrop's not in catering.
Otis.
Vindicator says 30-minute break, guys. It's commercial. She's not on yet. Chris says Mela isn't the Smoke Show. Scarlett is. And Chris
Scarlett's
also
not
says,
even on the roster
remember
anymore.
Rhea was a crybaby on the one episode of Raw when they had to go out and talk about cancer patients? Okay, that's different. That's being emotional about something that probably, affects a lot of people. Liv's crybabiness is a different story.
Hers is selfishness.
Hers is being selfish about how she didn't win. I'm gonna quit because they don't give me anything. Ah! Yeah, that's Liv. Cry. Ugh, she's so pathetic. Ugh, I can't stand her. So it's I don't know why the WWE hates fat or old people.
They hate fat old people.
Fat or old people.
Hate them all.
Which is hilarious that you say old people because they fucking love Edge. And he's a goddamn geriatric.
Edge, Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles. Those guys are old. Randy Orton.
Sports, they're old.
Randy Orton's old. Who else is old? I'm sure they have more old people. Brock Lesnar's old. Anybody else old in there?
Yes, all of them. Edge is extremely old. Randy Orton's even old.
Beth Phoenix. She's 147 years old.
Yeah. And she's trying to be all a singer and shit.
Yeah, what was that all about?
I have no idea.
Filled up my whole entire page. I was like, please stop.
This is garbage, and why is it here?
What are you, Mickey James?
Diarrhea in the next match. Ha ha. Come on. Rhea Ripley's not dire. ruining
Veer.
it. Just ruining it.
Old Veer.
Chris says, LOL, funny D's. Acting skills. Sophie says, Carmella, another person that got saved from the recent cuts.
Carmella's not going to get
why.
cut. She looks fantastic.
And Robbie says, LOD, LOL, let Liv have her time. It's the only time she's going to have. Whatever.
That's what I said.
It won't work out, and then she'll cry about it and fucking quit like the big ass crybaby she is.
Let it happen.
She's a goddamn fucking crybaby. I can't stop it. It's what happens.
This is not a tag team
Do
match.
I say that whatever she's doing is really her time?
There she is. Mela is money.
Byron Sack said, "You just enjoy this. It's the most beautiful woman in all of WWE."
He's talking about her holes.
Corey Grace is like, "I know. I'm marrying that." The Queen's coming down. Queen's
Zelina Vega.
Robbie says, Ayla, you really know how to make people feel special. Ayla's like, aw, thanks. Yeah, I know, right? Exactly.
Both of these women are on this team. God, all 4 of these women are on this team. Oh, wait, no, Nikki, no, NSH.
Yeah.
Nash.
Nikki's not on it.
It's ASH, not Nash.
It's ass. Old Nikki ass.
She still can't step over it.
I know, right? It's like, she's like, okay, even when you put the rope down, it's still higher than my crotch.
He should have grabbed the bottom rope with his foot and pulled the second rope up.
Yes.
When they're little like that. So it
barely made it.
Nikki's match is first, I guess. Zelina wins this one.
Yeah?
Yes, she's going to ride her into that little pony move and then flip her over and pin her.
They're about the same size.
Yeah.
I knew that Nikki wasn't very big, but it's funny seeing her against little wrestlers. Because then she looks as tiny as she is. Chris says Nikki ass the most beautiful woman in WWE. Laughing. Sophie says Finn Balor is also old.
Yes.
For wrestling and as an athlete in a sport that takes a lot on your body, yes, he is.
He does take very good care of himself. Just so does Randy.
Just like Randy Orton. Randy Orton
AJ
takes
Styles.
very good care of himself. AJ Styles they don't normally have very many injuries. If they do, they're just kind of small, niggling, weird injuries. So they don't really, have major injuries. So.
Zelina Vega, big knee right to Nikki's face.
And Walter says, okay, bye guys. See you Wednesday for AEW.
We will be here.
Thanks, Walter, for stopping in and saying hi. We appreciate it.
That was a long 10 minutes. Thank you.
And if you're just lurking in the background of Wrestling Gab's Raw stream tonight, make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already.
Thumbs up for everybody else.
Say hi in the chat just for a second. I'll read your comment if you want. Sophie says they also aren't going to sign old people or indie talents anymore. Not in the women, they aren't.
We'll find out.
Robbie says, not going to lie, Nikki has a decent body. Since she lost weight and has tightened up some stuff, and this was before she started wearing this weird unitard thing she wears, her other outfits that she was wearing, she really did start looking really good.
Oh, she's on top. She's got her in the mount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
She's a girl that's a little bit thicker down below, kind of like Bailey.
10. I'm assuming.
12.
I didn't actually count that.
As Ayla says, night
Bam!
Walter.
That's like a kiss of death. 1, 2, and 3. No! The queen kicks out.
Get your other leg up. So it was like, there is no reason on why they released Nia Jax besides her not being vaccinated. She says it has nothing to do with her vaccination.
She said it was because of her mental health.
Mental health.
She was trying to ask for more time off because her mental health wasn't where she would like it. And so they just cut her.
So she said that she had gotten some time off for it, and they came to her and said, "Okay, here's your schedule," and she asked for more time off.
Ring the bell. 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, her little pony ride happened. Carmella's all excited for her. Congratulations. She's like, give me my stuff, bitches. Chris says, if I were Corey Graves, I'd have Mella sitting on my lap while I call commentary. I'd be like Shawn Michaels with Sunny on his lap in the 90s. Ew.
Yeah, that's probably not too
Shawn
professional.
Michaels,
That's not too professional, but I understand where you're coming from. I'm sure she sits on his lap at home.
She's a loser.
She's a loser.
I'm not talking to you. She's a loser. I'm not talking to you. She's a loser. Sophie's like, Keith Lee and Karrion Kross were the biggest surprise releases.
Absolutely. And then, you know, the girls that left with him were surprises because of the moves, but I would have kept a hold of Scarlett.
I was not surprised about Mia Yim. Don't care.
Oh, she's trash.
Scarlett, I'm surprised a little bit, but it happens. And I was surprised about Nia Jax.
We do need to get her mask. Carmella needs her mask.
Yeah, where is her mask? She needs to have her mask on before she can do anything. But that's up next.
After this commercial break.
Robbie's like LOD, loving to hate on mans. Ha ha.
I missed the Survivor Series, and it was on during Thanksgiving. Like it was Thanksgiving Day.
What Survivor Series are you talking about?
Survivor Series used to be on during Thanksgiving.
Really?
Yeah.
What a weird time to do
Yeah.
it. Like it's on a fucking Thursday, people.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why is it on a Thursday on Thanksgiving? Who does that?
WWE. When it was popular, and then they turned it to just a normal pay-per-view. And it's getting less and less important every year.
Sophie says Randy Orton has been on the shelf a few times over his 20-year career.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but not that many. Like, not in the sense of what you would consider completely irrelevant. You know, like there comes a time when you're put on the shelf that you're kind of completely irrelevant.
Yeah, when you're out 6-7 months at a time, Bailey.
You know, and not even when you're out that long. I mean, you could be kind of irrelevant even though you're on the main roster and you're on TV. I'll give you a prime example. Dolph Ziggler. He's kind of irrelevant.
Right.
I mean, the only thing that did The Miz any good was the fact that he basically stole the Money in the Bank and then got another
title shot.
You know, title shot, got another title off of it. You know, but in all reality, yeah, he's kind of irrelevant. I'm not saying that makes them bad wrestlers. I'm just saying that it kind of makes them irrelevant. But that doesn't mean that, being what they are isn't helping other wrestlers. Like Randy Orton is kind of a different kind of thing. Like people still want to see him as a champion.
Yes.
Like, people want to see that. People don't say, I really want to see Dolph Ziggler as a champion. You know, I really want to see The Miz as a champion. Like, nobody says that. Even if you don't really like Randy Orton, people are like, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Randy as a champion again. So. Whatever. That means you just had mental issues before, and vaping had nothing to do with your mental issues after the fact. You just had mental problems.
That's what happens when you relate things.
Eva Marie and Scarlett in a movie would be the best thing since sliced bread.
Yes.
Sophie says this Zelina Carmella team came out of nowhere. They're not really a team.
They just came over from SmackDown.
Like, kind of being all, happy with each other. Film says anything happened.
Nothing to write home about.
Zelina beat Nikki.
Yeah, she just pinned her right in the center of the ring.
Robbie says, like an RKO, boom. Chris says, Dolph Ziggler is a crybaby too. I remember like in 2016, this man won the United States title, then just relinquish it for no reason. And
just let it go. Right in the middle of the ring. That was the weirdest thing. I thought he was quitting or something.
Yeah. I didn't watch it back then, and I probably would call him a crybaby now if I saw it. Philip says, who won, Rhea Ripley or Carmella? That's on right now, happening
just started.
Right this second. Carmella got her mask on, and Rhea is trying to take her over.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley's manhandling her.
Because Carmella made fun of
Nikki ASH.
Nikki because she called her
a loser.
She's a loser. Poor Carmella. She's like, oh my God, don't throw me around to hurt me. She's like trying to hold her boobs and keep her pants on. She's like, oh,
she wears some of the weirdest outfits. If she can't keep her titties in.
She's like, my boobs are hanging out. My little pants aren't staying up.
Damn, she just ricocheted her head right off the freaking ring post. 1, 2.
Zelina wins. Nice. Yes, she did. Zelina did win with her little weird pony giddy up move that she's got going on.
Where she rides him over.
It's a new one. I
She's
haven't
been doing
seen
it
her.
since she's been on Raw.
Well, that's just now, though. Before
Look
she
at
never
this.
did it. Before she did that Hurricane Rana thing all the time.
Kicks her right in the head. Into the ring post.
Ooh, ouch.
Ooh, a double chop.
She's like, I hate you so much. So she's like,
Double
I'm gonna
chop
kick your
again.
whole face into the ring post. Film's like, okay, begin. Yes, it's beginning. It's now happening. Her and her weird ass freaking mask creeps me out. It's like, oh my God. I still can't get over it. Seeing that picture, I was like, that's hilarious. Because she had just worn it like the night before or something. And then they had that swimming mask. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Too funny.
All right, Rhea Ripley's picking her up. Imagine that.
Imagine that, getting picked up. Carmella's like, no, don't do it. Oh.
Driving her lower back right into the ropes repeatedly.
Oh, she finally let go. Probably helps Rhea.
Grabs her titty. Oh, double
oxygen.
chop again. She looks so goofy with that face.
I know. Rhea's so mad she's hulking up over there. Feels like
Turning
you
into
should
Hulk
do
Hogan.
a poll on your community tab, mask on or mask off for Carmella. We did a poll on our community tab of who wore it better. Didn't you see that? It was pretty funny.
Lots of clotheslines. Missing it. Rip cord right into a foot.
Right into a gut. Jeez. Oh.
Rhea with the big boot.
Right to the side of the mask.
Smack at her titties.
She's like, I needed to take some moves out of Nikki's chest.
Nikki's showing her how to do it.
Robbie's like, Mella
Little
actually
Bexploder.
learned some new moves. Ha ha ha. Yes. Yes. Film's like, yes, left a comment on that one. Good deal.
Those were funny.
That was pretty hilarious. The gatekeeper invited you to a party.
There's a party.
There's a party happening. Somebody says, out of all the people that got released by the WWE this year, who were the biggest surprises?
Nia Jax and then the two dudes, Lee and Kross, are the two biggest. Oh, Wyndham Rotunda would be my biggest surprise. Because he's the best one.
As Sophie said, mine was Bray Wyatt, Keith Lee, and Kross.
Yeah, I had forgotten about Wyndham Rotunda. I was like, whoa. Big headbutt. Riptide. Here it is. It's over. Ring the bell.
And she did it.
With a riptide.
Oh, Rhea got poor Carmella, even with her mask on. And Zelina's like,
Selena's
oh
very
God,
sad.
you poor thing.
She should get in there and beat up Rhea. That's what we want to
scepter.
see. Just beat the shit out of her.
With her scepter. Films like, can't wait to see Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch in action. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be coming up probably next Monday would be my guess.
Silence, peasants.
I love that she's talking British. Silent peasants.
Silent peasants. Your triumphant victory.
Shut up!
Home with the losers.
Nikki's gonna be at home with the losers.
Boo freaking who?
Maybe she'll go to SmackDown and be on their team.
Maybe. And Stephanie says, remember John Cena was supposed to be on the shelf for a long time, but he came back to win the Royal Rumble like 4 months after being injured.
Was that the pectoral tear? The pectoral tear? I like that wall.
How is Adam Pearce using Brock Lesnar when he's the one that told him he couldn't come back?
What's he gonna bring Brock to Raw?
Like, right? Like, okay, we told you can't come over here. I need Brock Lesnar to show up because Biggie is not playing how he's supposed to.
I need him to be focused. Brock Lesnar.
It feels like poor Nikki ASH. Philip says also they're saving for the next Raw. Understand I could be wrong, but we will see. I don't know when they're having that, but I don't really care if Liv and Becky ever have any
The best way to do it would just be have it next Monday. Just get it over with.
Sophie says every year during the summer, fall months, Dolph Ziggler always gets some sort of push. Kind of, but not.
Yeah,
not
like
really.
tag team. He'll be a tag team champion again, I would assume.
We have Sunny Mendicias in the
Hey,
chat. It says,
Sunday.
hello, ma'am. I am back. Nice to
Or
see you
Sunny.
back. Sunny, how's it going?
Thanks for
Films
joining
like
us.
Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar.
And maybe that's a hint at things to come.
I don't know. So it was like, hopefully this Queen Zelina storyline leads to some sort of payoff.
She's queen. What more payoff do you need? I don't want her to be champion queen. Let them be queen until the end of their title reign, and then they can become champions. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's at least how I feel about it.
Unless
Nakamura.
it's Roman Reigns, and then it's okay that he took the crown off of the list, so it's fine.
That's hilarious. Making the crown relevant.
Film says, why has Dolph Ziggler never asked for his release?
Bruno Sammartino.
What would he do?
Ooh.
Oh, Sammartino.
Look at his championship reign. 4,000 days.
I don't think that Roman's going to beat that one.
Well, that's his total over his career, but yeah. No, not even Hulk Hogan could touch that.
That's funny.
In his prime.
Chris says, Finn Balor time, baby. Vindicator says, okay, safe to come back, guys. And Postman brought up Brock because he suspended him. Just he would do to Big E if he interferes. Is that what he was doing? Threatening him?
Remember Brock? So he's like, if you interfere, I'm going to suspend you. That won't work.
Whatever. Film says, if Dolph Ziggler is tired in WWE, but him either wrestle somewhere else or retire from wrestling. Sure.
Charlotte recorded this commercial when she had big boobs.
Mm-hmm. Chris says that they better not make Reigns San Martino long reign.
No.
No, they won't.
I mean, I guess they could, but he did lose last week for the first time in like 400, 500 days or something. That's the first time he's lost since he wrestled Baron Corbin around Christmas time 2 years ago.
Roman?
Yes. He did lose. It was disqualification, but still.
Yeah. Sophie says Survivor Series was a Thanksgiving pay-per-view on Thanksgiving for the first 3 years of the pay-per-view.
Good days. Loved it as a kid.
I thought you said you didn't watch it.
No, I said I watched it. It was awesome back then.
Oh,
it was on Thanksgiving. And we had a Descrambler when I was a kid, so I could watch it.
Film's like, oh, Charlotte's breasts. But Bliss's breast is my number one. Okay.
Yeah, they're not bad either, are they? Also fake. Also fake.
Films like Survivor Series always ends up on Thanksgiving. Not anymore.
Yeah, now it's on the Sunday before. But you could watch football on Thanksgiving now. It's fine. I mean, you could watch it forever on Thanksgiving. If you want to watch the Lions and the Cowboys.
Always.
And I think they have 3 games now. I don't know who the other team is.
They have 2 during the day, and then they have the night one on Thursday night.
Right.
Sophie says Bray Wyatt got released because of creative control. Film says, I mean, I like both of them. Don't get me wrong. I'm totally not getting you wrong, man.
Did you see that guy? That was the Uso.
Why does he wear his shorts up to his nipples?
He just loves that. It's like his dad. His dad was that guy.
Film says, oh, I already read that. Nobody said anything new.
Corey Graves. Whatever happened to that punter they used to have? He used to drive me up a wall.
He was a bad guy, wasn't he? Like, not good.
McCaffrey. He is the host of Sunday Night SmackDown.
Oh.
With Michael Cole. He was the punter.
Pat McAfee?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't know that. I think I knew, but not
At least
really.
I think that's who he's teasing.
I think so.
Look
He
at this
probably
guy's.
is.
Is that his?
Do not wake the baby.
There you go.
Glorious victory.
They got a little bit of wind blowing on her. I mean, obviously it's because the door's open, but it's funny.
Right? Ooh,
It's about damn time.
I'm going to lead this show. My show.
Back into contention.
To the mountaintop.
That's what they need. Relevance. Monday Night Rollins. Finn Balor.
She's like, okay, wacko. Sophie says with the free agents, they got a lot of free time on their hands to decide where they want to go to next if their wrestling career.
As
That's only if they want to stay in it and if anybody wants to hire them. Film says Byron Saxton, and Sophie says, yeah, the tier. And Film says, yeah, Corey Graves can't stand him, LOL. Sophie says the NXT free agents only got 30 days to figure out where they want to go next. Film says, should Rosemary from Impact Wrestling should join WWE? What do you think?
Why not? Bring them all in.
Go for it. Why not, indeed. Yeah, a Film. We know that Corey Graves can't stand Byron Saxton, but he was talking about a kicker because they were showing in the Indianapolis, like,
The Colts.
football, the Colts. So, Pat McAfee probably played for them or something.
He did. He was a punter. He was a really good punter.
He's a punter. He punted. But he was good at it, Travis says.
He could tackle. A lot of punters could not tackle. They also had a kicker named Vanderjet or something like that, and he was an alcoholic.
That's nice. Did he go out there all drunk? What was he?
A kicker.
He's like, I have to be drunk so that I know where the cold posts are, guys.
Right. When
Okay, there they are.
Peyton Manning was talking about him one time. He's like, we're sitting here talking about our idiot kicker. Peyton Manning, their quarterback.
He's talking about the idiot kicker. Phil says Pat loves to tease Michael Cole. LOL. Chris says this was an NXT TakeOver main event a couple of years back. And Phil
Yes,
says,
it was.
Ha, ha, ha.
This match isn't going to last very long.
Well, as long as Kevin takes out his anger on somebody, I guess.
Do we even know what the main event's going to be tonight?
I don't know.
Sure, the fuck's not going to be an hour long, this match. When this match was starting, I was like, is this over? I looked and I'm like,
I know, right? I'm like, is it done? Is it ready to be done? It should be done.
They're going to stop it early tonight, guys. They haven't even advertised for anything else, have they? There was a few things on the bottom corner.
Yeah, but we've already seen all of them. And Seth is leaving.
Seth just took off.
Oh, I guess there's a Bobby Lashley and Ray match happening.
That'll be a main
I
event.
don't know if that's really a main event, but I guess it could be a main event.
You don't understand how many fans Rey Mysterio has.
Oh, no, I understand how many fans he has. I just wouldn't know if it would be a main event with
Bobby?
With Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby's going to show his dominance.
Chris says, imagine Kevin Owens versus Eddie Kingston. Random matchup I came up with. They're about the same body type.
Kevin Owens beats his ass.
He would beat fucking Eddie Kingston.
But Eddie Kingston's bigger.
But Eddie Kingston would take it like a New Jersey man that he is.
Eddie Kingston did get injured, guys, at the pay-per-view.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm. He tore his shoulder muscle or something.
Oh, shit. Ouch.
A couple guys got injured.
Ooh, that sucks.
But he got the worst. He had to cancel his autographing signing thing that he was doing. The big show, they called it, or something. He had to cancel his booth.
That sucks for him. And his fans. Film says it would be interesting if Seth Rollins went to New Japan Pro Wrestling. And Phil's like, I hate Eddie Kingston. I can't stand him.
Seth ain't going anywhere. Seth is one of not Triple H's, but Vince McMahon's main guys.
Right.
Seth's not going anywhere. Seth's one of the guys that could carry AEW. He's not going anywhere.
Right. Vindicator says, Travis, who wins a hypothetical triple threat between Rhea versus Jamie Hayter versus Chris Statlander?
Rhea
Ripley would.
Not even close.
Although I think Chris Statlander would give her a run for her money.
She's tough, but she's not big enough.
Liv says, but he doesn't have to leave. I'm not saying he doesn't have to leave WWE.
Right. No. Kevin Owens just grinding down on the
I guess he could go there and have a couple matches, but why would he, He's trying to become the champion, my man. Why would he go to New Japan? He's making Monday Night relevant again and trying to run the show.
He wants it to be the A show again. And in order to do that, he has to go one-on-one with Roman at some point. In the ratings. It doesn't have to be in a match.
Well, they couldn't. He's not going to take the SmackDown title.
No.
Films like Vince be like, Seth, go fight with Ospreay. Seth, okay, I will.
Will Ospreay. That was the guy that I thought they signed instead of Jay Lethal. That when I heard Jay Lethal, I thought it was the Ospreay. And I was like, oh, wow. And then I saw it was Jay Lethal, and I was like, oh, wait, never mind.
You're like, oh, bummer. Not as cool as I thought it would be.
No, Jay Lethal's probably better.
Oh, is he?
I think he's bigger.
He's bigger?
Yeah. Those indie guys are pretty small.
Well, he wasn't very big himself.
No.
He wasn't even big as Tony Schiavone, and Tony Schiavone isn't a big guy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. All those indie guys are really small. The big guys have already been picked through.
Twists with dips. Dips and twist combos, huh?
Who doesn't like those?
I'm sure some people don't like to dip stuff.
That's what I want.
There's a lot of people that do not like sauces.
Huh?
I work with a few people that are like that do not like sauces. Like, they don't like sauces on their sandwiches. They don't like sauces on their hamburgers. They just don't. They don't eat sauce of any kind. Like,
Look at the dog in the background.
Yeah. Like, sauce is like the devil or something. Like, I'm like, really? Isn't your food kind of dry? Not that you should put sauce on everything. I'm just saying, like after a while, you'd think it'd be kind of dry. Vinny here says, what about Nikki versus Abaddon? Jeff Hardy versus Hangman?
I think Hardy wins that match 8 times out of 10, but Hangman's a champion right now, so he's going to win it 2 out of the 10.
Right.
And they're not going to wrestle 10 times. And then did you say Nikki and Abaddon?
Yes.
Are we talking about Nikki Cross?
Yes.
Nikki Cross wins.
Yes. Philip says Vince gets Ospreay to sign to WWE. Me be like, shut up and take my money. Chris says, I wonder why Owens doesn't take off his shirt sometimes, like if he's in a tough battle. But I guess he's self-conscious about his body, I guess.
Probably.
Okay, Chris, so
it's either that or
his shirt
Vince's.
came up one time, and he literally just wears, like, the spandex
leotard, yeah,
underneath. So he wears, like, this weird, like, spandexy thing underneath his shirts. And it was kind of goofy looking. When you saw it, you're like, so... Movie.
Well, he was doing a reel. He's like, reeling in fish. Like,
What's he all about fish? Maybe he has fish on the mind. He's like, meat? Lots of meat? Sophie's like, Ospreay was part of the Cruiserweight Classic 5 years ago. Seth Rollins, they repackaged him many times. Yeah, but this last time they've kind of kept his same little gimmick stuff going. And they didn't change him that much this last few times. I did not know
Nash Bridges?
that Cheech Martin was in Nash Bridges.
Originally?
Yeah.
Probably wasn't.
Well, what's
That's a
his face
remake.
was?
Don Johnson?
Yes.
I don't remember. Maybe
That's
they
why
were.
I'm like, I didn't know that he was. I never really watched it, so I couldn't say. But maybe he was. Says Seth Rollins versus Will Ospreay at WrestleMania will be a dream match that I'll whole love to see.
Who was that?
Seth versus Will Ospreay.
If it ever happened, it could be good.
Sophie says, do you think AEW will follow both Impact and WWE by having their own version of the Hall of Fame?
Yeah,
At
but
some
it's going to be
point,
down the
it's gonna
road.
take
You got to
years,
at
right?
least go 10 years, and we're in 2.
They've been on the... I mean, they've been doing wrestling stuff on the sidelines for longer than 2 years, but they've just barely been on the TV for 10 years. Or 2 years. They're so much in their infancy, it's not even funny.
Right. Once these guys start retiring, when the Young Bucks retire and Kenny Omega starts to retire, those guys are starting to get to the end, then you'll start seeing it, yes.
Yeah.
But you can't just put random people in the Hall of Fame.
This film says book it Vince, and Sophie says who will replace Sami Zayn on the team. I don't know. We'll have to wait till Friday to see what happens there, huh?
Braun Breaker.
And we got to see what happens with the women's side because Aaliyah isn't on it anymore either.
Right. Trying to make the teams relevant.
Although she did really good and won.
She did win her match.
And then Sonya was like, how long have you known Naomi? When did you guys become besties?
Right.
Like, ah! She's like, what? Her face
Kevin
was
Owens
like,
catches him,
huh?
swings him around and down. Oh, white noise.
He's
1,
so-
2, and...
He could do
Finn
that
Balor.
with him because he's so tiny.
Yep.
He's just a little boy. Vindicator says Owens is dressed like Lee and Otis underneath all that WWE shop some gear. LOL. Yes, he is. Sophie says that must be weird watching a pay-per-view on a holiday in the old days. I don't see them doing something like that again. No,
There is one coming up on the 1st of January.
Yeah, that is kind of a holiday, but not a holiday.
New Year's Day is a holiday.
Kind of, but not really. Vindicator's like, shoe zone. What about shoe zones? What about the shoes and the zones there, Vindicator? Tell me all about your shoe zone.
2 pretty big pay-per-views in January. 1, 2, and Finn Balor getting worked.
Yeah. Kevin Owens' anger is not helping him win this. He needs to get more angry. He needs to be more of a bad guy. He needs to cheat to win. He needs to be full heel if he's going to do it. He better do it real good. Grab him by his pants.
Why, he got him pinned?
Get him the fruit roll up with a pin with his pants.
The most devastating move in sports entertainment.
He's like, I need to ram your head in my legs.
Oh, backdrop right on that ring apron.
Oh, poor Kevin. He's like, that is not the back adjustment I was looking for, guys.
That girl wants some. Give me some.
I don't think she wants some. I think they were just like, the camera's right here. Everybody say hi.
She wanted some.
Nobody wants that.
It's Finn Balor. He's sexy.
Gross. If you say so, creepoid. Chris is like, Sami Zayn.
He sounds like he's from Dublin.
He sounds like he's from Dublin. Sami Zayn will regain his SmackDown position on Survivor Series team.
Whoa.
Chris, that was a bold prediction to make for Friday. Vindicator says, I bet Owens would be good at baseball just like Babe Ruth.
Right. If he drinks enough.
And Luke's like, hello all, what have I missed?
You missed quite a bit.
Oh, your lovey-dovey Liv came out and tried to talk. It was sad.
It wasn't sad. It was fine.
It was terrible. It was awful.
Her and Becky are setting up a future match.
I had to go make my ears better because they started bleeding because of her voice.
There was quite a few matches so far. Postman Pierce threatened Big E to stay out of this match. It's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
Which is Kevin Owens and Finn Balor.
Yes. Kevin Owens said he's going to turn into a major bad guy. He's tired of being good. If everybody wants him to be a bad guy, he's going to be a bad guy.
He did that last week. But yeah.
They had a 6-man tag match at the beginning. The Usos were here from SmackDown.
Why is Finn Balor grabbing his dick?
Because Kevin popped him down on the
ring
apron or the...
Wow! Kevin Owens dominated Finn Balor.
He dominated
the whole match.
And he didn't cheat.
And just pinned him with the stunner.
He didn't even cheat. Anyways, he had him in the corner and he was going up top. And Kevin grabbed his leg and he fell down on his dick. Chris says, I love Sonya being a total bitch. Such a good heel. Sophie says, Owens is like Johnny Gargano with giving teases on Twitter if he is going to resign or sign with AEW.
Finn Balor.
Is his jaw broken again? He looks like he's holding his jaw too. Vindicator's like, Liv will go on Dalitha by this time next year. Don't you worry, Luke. We will just keep working on her and make her a fan.
Yes, that's never going to happen.
Grow on me? Yeah, no way. Liv will never grow on me.
The only way she can do that is beating Bianca Belair every week.
That's never going to happen. And have her, like, either take acting lessons to talk better or something, because, my God.
Look,
I
Charlotte
never want to
Jones.
hear her talk ever again. I have a hard enough time listening to my own voice, you guys. I don't want to listen to hers. Chris says KO beat Finn clean.
He did.
What the fuck? Yeah, he did. Clean. Like,
and he
clean,
decimated him the whole match. I'm pretty sure Finn Balor had no offense.
So, Big E is like playing the whole John Cena thing now, huh?
It looks like it.
Huh, that's weird. Sophie says, remember when they had Gronk to a contract before he went back to football?
Yeah, that didn't last.
Well, him and what's-his-face both. Oh, and the only reason why was because Tom Brady asked him to come back.
Well, yeah.
That's the only reason why.
Oh, and they won a Super Bowl.
And then they won a Super Bowl.
It paid off.
Look, like, Dalitha doesn't have to like her. It's her opinion. A bad opinion, but an opinion.
You have bad opinions.
Good. I'm glad I don't like crybabies. It's not my fault you guys like crybabies with no boobs. I don't know why, but whatever, I guess. It looks like, oh my god, Trav, you look so weird without a hat. Put it back on.
I know. I'm dying.
He needs a haircut bad. Sorry, guys. haven't been on top of my game of making sure he has haircuts. Sophie says Bobby versus Rey. I don't see that match lasting that long to be a main event. I don't even want it to be a main event.
What
Why?
match?
Bobby versus Rey. The one we talked about.
Well, it has to be. There's nothing else even happening. Duralog. I don't know what, to be honest, I don't know what they're talking about. There's this thing called Duralog. You light it up, poof. Smoke for everybody.
And here says, a little hair clip for men will fix that right up, Trav.
Right? A little bit of a... You know, I've had it since I was born. I've had the same hairline since I was a little kid.
Chris says, my boy Jordan Kamala is back. And so he says Kevin Owens is good friends with Adam Cole. Just because you're friends with people doesn't mean that you're going to leave your company or your business or wherever you're working to go over there.
It's what I do when I don't get my way. That's where you're getting this from, right?
Oh, God.
Oh, what is it? What did they watch? What did it... Twins.
Oh, God. These goofies. So I guess I
You don't call a man DeVito.
Who are they having a match with?
Dolph.
Or is it?
I don't know if it's a tag match or if it's singles match, but it's going to be those guys against those guys.
Medicare says it's kind of off-putting that Omaha reminds me of Candyman when he wears the lousy yellow jacket. Zoe Ziggler's in the chat with a double angry face that Chris says, here's Big Bob Baby. Old Robert. Robert Roode. So he says, what wrestlers are there for money and what wrestlers are there for the love, are there for money and what wrestlers are there for the love of the WWE? Who knows? You'd have to go there and take a poll and ask all the wrestlers.
Nobody cares. They just want money. And this is where the big money is.
I'm pretty sure that most of them do just want money. I don't think it really matters if they're there for anything else.
Like, you could go to Roman Reigns and ask him to take a pay cut. He says no. And he is the face of the franchise.
That kid in the background's like,
it's loud in here. We don't want none. We're those Southern boys and we don't want none.
Luna says, when I saw the name Jim Ross, I thought it was good old JR. Had to rewind it and figure it was good old JR. Sophie says, there has been no word about Samoa Joe since he gave up the championship for no real reason.
Did he not lose?
Oh, no.
Like, I don't remember what happened in NXT. He was champion. He won it from Kross.
I don't know. Robbie says that was a long match. Haha. Was it?
I don't remember what match. Oh, Kevin Owens. Yeah, it was a good match. It was long enough. I was like, what match did they have? I feel like it was an hour ago.
Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm lost.
Jones is this? You get Bobby Lashley, Rey Mysterio coming up as your main event.
Chris was like, what if AEW is where the crybabies go? Well, there's already one over there. Hello, CM Punk. That guy.
He's a powder.
He is a fucking crybaby. I was a victim for 7 years. The WWE treated me terrible. Such a loser. So he's like, Ospreay was looked at by the WWE for years. And he said no.
No.
And he said no again. And then he said no some more. And then said no, no, no. Free food from Domino's. Lies.
It was such a nice day here today.
What?
It was like 65 degrees.
Did you go outside and enjoy it at all?
No, I was laid up.
Well, you could have went outside.
And done what?
And stood there. You just stand there, enjoy the sunshine. What's wrong with that? The only time I got outside to enjoy it was when I left work. It was sad, pathetic. And it's one of you.
What is it? I want to watch it. I like dragon shows.
Mm-hmm.
It looks modern in some spots.
Mm-hmm. It's called The Wheel of Time. It's an Amazon original series.
Oh.
You should watch it. So he says at some point the 2-Night Mania would probably get harder to book.
Yes. Well, since they got to come up with 16, 17, 18 matches. Yes. Like 9 a night. With one on each pre-show.
Mm.
So 8 matches.
For the how many matches and stuff? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the 2-night manias. That's a lot of matches to build. To make them relevant. 18 matches.
That's a lot of matches. Luke says, my sisters all called me to complain about the Kansas City weather. 39 degrees yesterday, 61 today and tomorrow, then 39 Wednesday.
Yeah, it's
the same here.
It's cold over there.
It was 65 today, and tomorrow it's supposed to be only like 40, and then like Wednesday it's supposed to be 30 something. It's supposed to be freezing.
Yeah, it's going to be windy.
It's going to go from like nice 60-degree weather that you're like to I think I might need a jacket.
Yeah, it's going to be the 40s the rest of the way until at least January.
Chris says they could have a Mania for 2 nights and have an NXT UK title match. Maybe have Walter versus Doganov 3 at Mania.
They could do something like that if they don't want to build something for NXT.
Yeah, but it's NXT UK and nobody cares about them. Looks like and Wheel of Time is based off of a fantastic book series.
Huh. I like book series. I've been trying to find another one.
Wheel of Time. That sounds familiar.
Sands of Time.
Mm-mm. No.
These are the days of our lives.
No. No, not that stuff. No, Wheel of Time sounds familiar. Like when he said book series. Because when they say it, I'm like, that sounds really familiar. Wheel of Time. But I didn't really link it with
the
a
glorious show-offs.
Sophie says maybe Tony Storm. Film says, oh, Liv, it's okay. Stop crying. LOL. Ha ha ha. Sophie says New Year's Eve is more of a holiday than New Year's Day.
Facts. Right? Like the first hour of New Year's Day is important, and then after that, it's time to sleep.
And then nobody cares what you do on New Year's Day.
Nope.
Like, does anybody like go have parties? And
Well, I used to go to the bar and watch college football.
Well, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. But I mean, that's different. That's not like I don't know what you would call that. It's not really holiday-ish stuff, is it? Sounds like it's Monday Night Raw over yet, or is it still continuing?
It's still going.
Yay. Monday Night Raw is still
Got the glorious show-offs versus the giant and the young man.
AJ Styles
and a Moss. Did they ever come up with a name with them?
No.
The Phenomenal Giant? I don't know.
No, they're just who they are. I haven't heard them call them anything but their names. As the film says, let's go Raw. So he's like, I mean, holidays like Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, I don't see the WWE booking pay-per-views on those holidays.
Right.
They're going to try the first that day one this time around, and it probably won't work out as well as they hope.
St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Luke says the Wheel of Time book series is something we read in elementary school. It had 3 witches named Mrs. Who, Mrs. What's It, and Mrs. When. It was a book trilogy.
Huh.
That's probably why it sounds familiar. I don't remember reading them in school.
I like the Indian in the Cupboard. It's a good one.
Film says, who do you think will win Survivor Series, Team Raw or Team SmackDown? I'm thinking this year it's going to be SmackDown.
I feel like SmackDown's got it in the bag.
Raw's won it so many times, it's crazy.
I mean, Raw would have got rocked in the men's if Dominik would have stayed on the team. When I was looking at that team, I was like, there's no way SmackDown loses. Now Bobby's on the team, so it changes the whole game. So Raw could definitely win that with Bobby. The women, we don't know who the 5th member is going to be a SmackDown's team.
Or the SmackDown men.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be anybody of worth. It's not like they're going to put Brock on it or something.
No, but... Film's like, yeah, I see SmackDown for a win.
But Roman's going to win his. Usos should probably win theirs. They'll beat Riddle.
Somehow.
Charlotte could definitely lose to Becky. But I could also see Becky losing to Charlotte. That one's the toughest one out of that predictions.
Out of all of them, yeah.
And then I feel like SmackDown's men's team's better, and probably their women's team's better too.
Dolph. He's like, I gotcha. Or Chris says, is it weird that personally I think Christmas Eve is just a little more important than actually Christmas Day?
Right.
I don't think that's being weird.
I like Christmas Eve also, but Christmas Day, at least the morning part is the shit. I like watching the shows. My Christmas shows.
Film says Team Charlotte for the win. Sophie says Impact throwback with Bobby Roode versus AJ Styles.
There is no Team Charlotte. Charlotte is a singles wrestler.
Film says, listen, I respect Becky Lynch and all, but
Gorilla
I
Press.
have to root for Charlotte. He's on Team Charlotte. That's what he said.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think Charlotte's probably going to win that also. That's a tough one, though.
And Film says, I love Christmas.
Yeah. Don't have too many left. I mean, even at my best, I'll probably have 40 left before I'm done. 3. And the phenomenal forearm ends it.
AJ Styles won and pinned Dolph
Ziggler. Poor Dolph.
Right? Irrelevant. Luke says you should read the Looking Glass Wars series. It's about Alice in Wonderland, but much more modern and sci-fi, and it's much less kid-friendly. Mad Hatter and Cheshire Cat are assassins. LOL, so good.
I haven't read the original of that.
Sophie says...
The Looking Through the Looking Glass, whatever.
Yeah. Sophie says it was looking like they were going to give Gronk a major storyline before he decided to go back to football. And Edwin Pereira's in the chat.
Hey, Edwin.
Hey, Edwin. Well, it looks like Joe DeBest isn't feeling that good when he's streaming Raw.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Maybe he's getting sick. He is pretty stressed right now.
He has been working his little bum off. Poor guy.
They opened up his country.
Yeah.
So now he's working later at work. And he has to get up at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning to do his shows.
Yeah. Film says, I love to watch A Christmas Story. I'm not a big fan of that movie.
I like them all.
I can watch it like once, maybe, and that's it. But other ones I can watch.
What's the one with the famous guy in it? It's black and white. Every time a bell rings, the angel gets wings.
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. I want to watch that one this year. But my favorite's A Christmas Carol.
But it's the one with
the cartoon.
Uh-huh.
I will watch any of them, by the way. I even like Scrooged.
Yeah.
With Bill Murray. That's happening now, so we're ready for the main event.
Oh my god, seriously, this match can't last so long.
It's Rey Mysterio. You realize how good Rey
I'm
Mysterio
gonna
is.
take a nap.
For a half hour.
Something. I am done.
You should hang upside down like a bat.
Sophie says they signed Gronk and Kane in the same year, and they released both of them at the same time. Yeah, well, we know why Kane got released. That guy was just...
Oh, God. We're talking about Kane Velasquez.
Yes.
I thought we were talking about Kane, like
No.
the monster Kane.
No.
I'm like,
No, we're talking about the UFC guy. The reason why he got released. We all know
first
why.
of all, he came in, he was injured. And he was out of shape. It's terrible looking.
Mm-hmm.
So they just hurried and had Brock beat him, and then that was the end of it. And then they just released him. That was also in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, he had horrible knees. Film says it would be funny if Tom Brady and Gronk made an appearance in WWE together, showing up in WWE. Film says I like to watch Elf and Home Alone.
Oh, Elf.
Sophie says I like Christmas stuff only on Christmas Day.
I'm already watching Christmas movies.
We watched Lampoon's Christmas Vacation yesterday.
I don't remember actually watching it, though. Did I fall asleep?
Probably. Robbie says Home Alone. Film says what's on the main event? Rey
Mysterio, Bobby Lashley.
Sophie says I like to watch random Christmas movies. And Robbie says Rey, nice knowing you. Ha ha.
Hey, there's the one with Paige and The Miz. I'd have to look that one up and see if I can find it.
Oh yeah, like she's an elf.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to watch that one. Chris says Lashley should have said, I'm going to beat Rey tonight and lead Raw to victory. Chris then says to Mackenzie, I'll see you back at the hotel room. Ew. Gross. Sophie says Tony Khan probably have a list of all the free agents that he wants to sign.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Don't we all? The film says, oh boy, Rey Mysterio versus Bobby Lashley. Very, very tiring. Yes, right.
Well, we got a half hour of it, so it's...
I'm ready to watch Die Hard. That's my Christmas movie.
Die Hard's a pretty good one. I like 1 and 2. After that, no thank you.
Both Christmas movies. Sophie says, no, Samoa Joe vacated it like a week after winning it from Kross.
Oh. Blink twice.
Does she need help?
No, that's her thing. Blink twice if you're not okay.
Rowley says, oh dear, I'd run if I was Rey Mysterio, especially what he did to Dom last week. Which is funny because Dom seems to be okay. There's nothing wrong with him. He's out there running around like a weirdo.
So the perfume comes in a shoe?
Yeah, I guess. That's what they
Okay.
advertised.
Finger licking quick.
Oh my god, so weird.
Oh my god. He's got a belt. With the double A team.
So weird.
Rented at Aaron's.
Says, you know what? I'm going to go and get going. Bye, Miss D and Travis. You guys are the best. Bye, Film. Thanks for hanging with us. Excuse me, I'm going to go worship Bliss's armpits. I love her. Bye, guys. Peace out. Bye. Okay, bye.
Go watch some old
Sophie
videos.
says a fresh match for a main event. Yeah, totally fresh.
It's definitely different. We'll see how it starts to break up the tag team of Dom and his Faja. Because that breakup's happening pretty soon. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's happening before New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking more WrestleMania time now. I think they'll rush it. You think he'll know how to find Chucky? What? Chucky's got gun violence in it?
I guess. He was trying to kill that little girl. That wasn't very nice.
Wouldn't you just lock him in a safe and it's over? Movie's done.
Like, yeah, he can't get out.
Right.
Like, what's he gonna do?
Like, I mean, I get that he's a possessed doll, but he can't possess other dolls, so just lock him up.
Sophie says AEW is for crybabies, legends, and WWE rejects.
There's a lot going on over at AEW. I like AEW. But there are a lot of WWE rejects over there.
Some of them are. Not all of them are complete rejects. But they have hired some rejects. And some of them that aren't rejects that just wanted to leave WWE anyways.
Yeah, I mean, Cole had a choice, I guess, but he was never going to be on the main roster, really.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe Sammy lost that. I'd rather have Sammy on that team than Jeff.
I know, it's weird.
Maybe Sammy could still get on it.
Maybe.
They're like, we started the entrances way too soon. Run Friday Night SmackDown.
I do this on SmackDown and Raw's crap. It's funny as fuck. So it was like in the future, Mania locations will also be hard to do a 2-night Mania because it probably costs more to travel. Medicare says Roman is turning into Cena doing these talk shows now, and he's not even a movie star. LOL, Cena legacy must feel diminished.
No. Cena's locked down.
Maybe Jimmy Fallon's a big wrestling fan. You don't know. I don't know. Who knows?
Reigns' foot is under the rope.
It was under the rope.
The referee shouldn't have been counting. Take his title. Or his crown. I love that they took it early in his reign. Hopefully they keep it forever from him. Like they did with, what's his name? Corbin.
Oh, and they made it a big deal for a while.
Right?
That's funny.
It's like a Burger King cat. They need to change it.
Come on. It's better than what's-his-face's.
Who's?
Corbin's. When
You didn't
Corbin
like that
had
one?
it. You're the one that made complaints about it.
I just didn't like how generic it looked.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So,
I'm never going to be happy with the crown.
Got
Oh, wait,
it.
never mind. I like Zelina Vegas.
Chris says Woods is the crybaby because he had to bend that knee. He didn't bend anything.
He didn't have to bend. Roman had to. That's why Roman was bending his knee when he put the crown on.
Yeah, he was bending his knee and then he was crowned, and that was the end of it.
Look, we forgot this match would even exist.
Oh, God, nobody
I
wants
did
to watch this.
Shinsuke Nakamura, Damian Priest.
Sophie
Damian
says
Priest
New Year's
wins that
Day
one.
is
Handed
just a
down.
regular day.
Is it?
A day that I don't have to go to work.
It's day one, Oos. It's a
Day
Saturday.
that
You
I
have to
don't
go anyways.
to work.
It's January.
No, I don't have to go that day. I'm not going.
Well, you can't go because you're going to be doing a pay-per-view.
Well, I'm not going to work that day.
So
I will start my January on Monday.
Really? You think you'll get it done?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I did really good with this last quarter. I think if I just do the same thing, I can get all the ones done that I don't have to do any bonuses for or anything. I just have to go through and find all the ones that I have to do like extra stuff for, and then make sure I just get them done early. Before the 15th. Just in case. Chris says it's kind of cringy, though Reigns wearing the crown. And Sophie says, I wonder how they decided to schedule a New Year's Day pay-per-view. Chris says, I'm calling it, though, Liv and Shotzi final 2. Bliss comes back, Raw wins.
Bliss, huh? I like those predictions.
Bobby Lashley, his unique brand of his own thing, making sure Dom knew where he belonged on the pecking order.
Whoa. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dominik came out 10 minutes ago. Or his dad.
Right.
Rey Mysterio
Dom
came out
was with him.
10 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm. They had a commercial a SmackDown recap, and a Raw recap again. See? There's nothing wrong with him. Like, he wasn't even hurt. He was so beat up, yet he's not even hurt.
Right? Or the boy, Dominik.
Yeah.
I didn't know he got beat up. I just know you lost.
Yeah, Bobby beat the fucking shit out of
That
him.
was a week ago. He's a young man. He can heal. Here comes Bobby. Lashley. That's how you get your opponent to get tired. They do this in real fighting, too. They'll have the challenger come out and stand in the ring, and then they'll delay it. And so their legs get tired, you know, in boxing fights. And then the champion will come out and rush in and start the fight. And so the contender is freaking 20 minutes on his feet. Everything's stiff.
Huh.
It's an old mental trick that they used to do.
That's funny. So it says the New Year's Day pay-per-view is a test run for them to see how well it does to hold a pay-per-view on a post-holiday.
I don't mind.
Sophie's like, if this isn't the main event, I wonder what it will be. This is the main event.
I mean, it's at least a main event fight-wise. There could be maybe a contract.
It's taken them 12 minutes and they haven't even started it yet.
I mean, they could do a big jumping, you know, where SmackDown shows up and attacks everybody.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Like Woods shows up and Baron Corbin. That's what they do. They like do like a jumping.
Hey, we're still going to get another commercial because it's up next. Oh my god, seriously? Oh my god, what the fuck? Are they seriously saying it's up next?
Yeah. Commercial time.
Yeah.
Peanut butter jelly time.
Those poor people
So it's
in the
been
audience.
12 minutes since Rey came out.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be, well, I guess they could start the fight.
They aren't going to start it yet. I mean, maybe like a few seconds before, you know, the commercials ended, but...
I'm excited for the Olympics. Although it's in China.
Chris says Bobby Lashley versus Solo Sequoia random matchup. Raw versus NXT matchup.
Very random.
I don't even know who that Solo is.
No idea.
Is that a real person? You're just making up names.
Solo
Sequoia.
Sequoia? Huh. Sounds like a tree. Is Solo Sequoia 7 foot tall? Four out of 5 or 4 out of 4? What does 4 stars mean?
It got 4 out of 5 stars.
That's not very good.
Depending on who they talk to, I guess. So he says A Christmas Carol have gotten remakes or reboots over the years.
A lot of them, right? I like the one with Jim Carrey. It's my favorite. Because it's almost like word for word with the book.
That's the Usos' cousin, a.k.a. Seth the 2.
Oh.
Oh, Solo is?
Interesting. How tall is he? Is he as tall as his brothers? He looks short.
Doesn't look it with his pants hiked up to his nipples.
I wonder if those people are like people we should know. Like professional athletes or something.
I have no idea.
Or if they're just some random actors.
I think they're just randoms.
Put your best face forward.
Best face forward.
Should I take my hat off?
Don't put that face forward. Just kidding. Oh my gosh.
They had an A upside down. For a shot.
I guess
That's
They
weird.
they
You know,
turn the A upside down. It looks like a shot glass.
is that what they were doing? See, it's right in the corner over here. See the A?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you turn it over, looks like a shot glass with some stuff in it.
Put your thing down, flip it in, reverse it. You snurf nigger and her.
That stuff. Chris says at least Tony Storm will probably challenge Char after Survivor Series.
Yeah, we could get a little new blood going in. I like that.
Yeah, it won't be bad.
Although Charlotte wanted nothing to do with it. It was pretty funny. She's like, no.
Yeah, that's not happening. You're a loser face.
Sexual chocolate, everybody. Sexual chocolate. She's going to end up killing somebody on that motorcycle. It's way too big for her. Yeah. She struggles with it.
Who is it? Raquel?
Raquel Gonzalez, yeah.
Oh, really? Sophie says I can see them calling Ronda Rousey back for her to be part of Mania.
No.
No, they won't.
She's not in very good shape. I watched a video of her today. She'd have a lot of work ahead of her.
And I never want to see her again.
And that'd be perfect. I mean, I'd love to see that. Her and Charlotte beats her at Mania, just because they should have done that. But they did it with Becky instead.
Yeah.
But do it with Charlotte. Put Charlotte over.
Yes, nobody's outmatched.
Why do we think Rey's outmatched?
I don't know.
Just because he's 65 years old?
That commercial literally took 5 minutes.
Right. Well.
And they started the match when we came back.
Rey had been out there for 17 minutes before the bell rang.
Oh my god. Chris says they should just bring in Kaylee Ray to the main roster versus Charlotte.
Kaylee Ray, huh?
Isn't she that NXT UK girl?
Probably, but I don't know what she looks like.
Vindicator says, well, guys, I don't think another Mysterio beatdown is necessary for me tonight. So I'll see you for Hangman's Beer Bash celebration of 45 hours. Ciao.
We will be here.
Go live.
Go live.
All right, we'll see you on Wednesday, Vindicator. Chris says, Liv on Raw Talk tonight. I guess she's going to cry again. Oh, I'm sure.
Shit.
She'll probably cry about how she's not really getting a chance. And she'll probably say something. Maybe they'll fire her for it, too. She'll say something stupid.
Postman Pierce is watching this match, this debacle. Is he going to tap him right here?
Oh, no. If he does, then we don't have very much time. There's too much time left.
You want some again, huh? Rey from behind. So basically, they're like a heel team.
I guess. They do this a lot.
Oh, Bobby catches him.
Barely. He almost didn't quite catch him. And his...
Look how strong he is. He's like, I have to turn him around twice. What, is he going to hit him on the other side? Rey's head should be on the other direction. Uh-oh, Hurricane Rana! Into the ring post!
Sophie says they probably have an idea on the day one pay-per-view card, and Vindicator's like, stop that, Chris. Angry face, and then laughing. Edwin says, see, Joe isn't feeling good when he's doing at work.
Oh, shit.
Well,
he
sorry,
screwed up
Joe
on that
isn't feeling
619.
very good.
That sucks for Joe. It really does. He works hard. They opened his country up, and then he gets sick.
Might not be feeling good because he's just tired, too.
Yeah.
That test stuff takes a toll. You can only go so long before your body says, nah, dude, I'm done.
He's literally passed out doing this before.
Mm-hmm.
Just falling asleep. Like, just... The people are like,
oh, is Joe okay? Can somebody call him? Can somebody call him? Is Joe dead? Joe's fine, guys. He's just exhausted.
whoa,
So
Rey.
Seth Cole walked into AEW because of his Twitch channel.
I'm sure there was money involved somewhere, not just Twitch.
Is that why you walked in there? They're not new, but still delicious.
Old Damian Lillard. He played for Portland. I don't know where he plays for now, but he was on my fantasy team.
Was he?
Mm-hmm. I
Was
drafted
he good?
him as a rookie. Yeah, he was really good.
Nice.
I don't know how good he is now. Oh, shit. I want an escalator that does that.
Just automatically,
Just
so
can
people
go
just fall down it.
That would be
They're not knowing, and you're like, ah ha ha, look at this old person. They break
broken
a
a
hip.
hip.
Whoops. So he's like, Jimmy Fallon is best friends with both Cena and The Rock.
Really? Best friends? Or just acquaintances?
I just don't feel that either one of them would want to be friends with Jimmy Fallon, but everyone's like, well, I guess that Bray Wyatt did not show up at Full Gear. He did not show up at Full Gear.
No Wyndham Rotundas.
No, there was no special guest star except for some guy named
Jay Lethal.
He was on there.
Jay Lethal was the big surprise.
He was the surprise.
They called him a young man. I think he's 40-something.
Tony Schiavone's like, well, he's young to me.
Right. This young man here in organizations for the last 20 years. That's not young.
Too funny.
Damn, did they really need to run another commercial?
They did. They needed to run another fucking commercial.
I just realized that we're watching.
They were watching a commercial.
More Pizza Hut commercials.
Like,
Or Domino's,
why
one
is
of the
there
two.
more Domino's commercials? Where's that pizza cutter guy so we can get rid of the Domino's commercials?
Right. Can you bring your pizza cutter with you?
Right? Chris says, I don't know if Travis would know, but do you remember that tag team group called Deuce and Domino? They were like greasers type gimmick fave team of Ruthless Aggression era.
I remember them. I don't remember them, but I remember them enough. That's pretty funny. I forgot about that.
That you remembered them?
Yeah, I barely remember them.
So he says, 2 Friday night SmackDowns will be Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve.
Yes. It's just a strange time to be alive for wrestling fans on those 2 nights. Especially if they're going to do the go-home show for that pay-per-view on New Year's Eve.
Oh, yeah.
That would just be weird.
Mm-hmm. To do it like New Year's Eve.
Live? Yeah. Now, I mean, if they do it all recorded, it would make a lot of sense. The boys are back in town.
It's a movie event.
It hurt. Oh, so are they going to be in the sequel then?
I think they're
That's
in
pretty
it a
cool.
little bit.
They probably have to catch the ghost that they release. That'd be cool.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, we're back.
We are back. Rey Mysterio versus Bobby Lashley. Dominik's been getting interfering pretty much the whole match.
Of course he has been. Why wouldn't you be? Chris says, remember Umaga? I wish he would have been pushed.
Old Umaga. Wasn't he an Uso also?
Is he part of the Uso family?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was.
Pretty sure that guy has his mask completely over his whole face.
Ray?
Like,
Or
I don't
just some
think
guy
he has
in the
eyes
crowd.
or anything. Like, but it's the rope. The rope has his eyes like cut out. And so it looks like his mask is like covering like his whole face, like this part. His whole face behind the referee on that side.
Right. In the black.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby, smash. He's like Hulk.
Just beat him up. He's like, let me clap. Should I clap? Yay. Bobby Lashley clapping. Did you see how he was clapping?
Hercules,
Hercules,
Hercules.
Like, what in the gun?
I wanted to see a Bobby Lashley Keith Lee feud.
Yeah.
Very disappointed.
I'm so tired.
It's over. You got 5 minutes.
I know. It just seems like it's never going to end. All the commercials did it in for me.
Oh! Ray's head bounces off the ring post.
Looks like, what do you mean Umaga should have been pushed? He was a top heel for 2 years plus 2-time world champion. Well, there you go. That's what happened. I have no idea. So,
Yeah,
this is like, I remember Vladimir
Kozlov, yeah.
He was like a Walter type of wrestler. He even beat Undertaker one time. I know none of these people.
I remember him for like 5 minutes. He was a cup of coffee guy.
I remembered him for the first couple sips of my coffee, and then once it turned cold, I forgot.
Bobby! Oh! Spear right in the corner.
Why didn't he get out of the way?
Bobby is sure taking it easy on Ray. I guess that's what you do when you're...
Orton in the chat saying, well, I'm gone. All right, Grandy. Well, thanks for hanging with us.
Well, yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. Make sure you give us a thumbs up on your way out.
Thumbs up.
If you didn't already.
Like, Umaga was IC champ, but not WWE champ.
Look at the vertical suplex. Holding him up there.
He gave him the death.
Boom. 1, 2. Ray kicked out.
Ray kicked out of it? Good for him. He's got a little bit of life left in him.
Why would Bobby care? He's all like acting like, oh my god.
Oh my god, you kicked out of it? Let me kick you. Kick.
I feel like each minute is like 10 minutes.
I know. I'm sitting here like, oh my god.
I was like, there's only 5 more minutes. I've been watching for a half hour. I looked back down. It's been 1 minute.
I know. I thought the same thing. I'm like, oh my god. Like tonight has been like a very slow, like it was slow and then it was like, oh, quick. And then it was like slow.
Right. When that Kevin Owens match came on, I was like, oh, it's the end.
I know.
I got all excited.
It's like, yay, we're done.
It was just 2 hours in.
And we're forever.
Ray, get your feet up there around his head and do a
like
Hurricane Rana.
Rikishi return and Stinkface the tribal chief.
Oh, no.
Lieutenant Martha's in the chat saying, Sam, I need to patrol the subs in Chicago. All right. Well, thanks for hanging with us, Lieutenant
Ray,
Martha.
here it comes, 619. Bobby's done.
Oh, is he though?
Oh, yeah.
Is that going to
5-star frog splash.
Completely?
Ray did it. He beat Bobby. Bobby just sat up with him.
He's like, ta-da! And then he was like, ta-da!
And there it is.
And he's like,
the Hurt Lock.
I'll put you in it. And he's like, oh! He's like this little, like, frog man in there.
What's funny is it's only been 1 more minute.
He's like, I'm tapping. He's like, I'm tapping.
Even Bobby lost track of time.
Lieutenant Mark's like, and I need to wake up early tomorrow. Yes, we do.
Yeah, it's a
Sophie
Tuesday.
Says, I like the Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh, I love the Muppets.
Luna's like, good night, everyone. Good night.
I like the Disney one also with Mickey Mouse and Scrooge McDuck.
Which is funny because his name is Scrooge McDuck. Bobby's like, yeah, look at me. I'm a champion. Ray's like, I'm broken.
There's still 2 minutes left, so Dom could do something to his dad, I guess.
What's he gonna do?
I thought he was gonna be.
Oh God.
Uh-oh. What's he got? He's going out to talk to Bobby?
Is he gonna...
Oh, maybe he's going to strip Ray.
Is he going to take Ray off there too now?
That would be great.
Because he didn't talk to Bobby. Bobby just walked right past him.
I love it. Who are they going to replace him with?
I don't know. Not Bobby. He's already out there.
A replacement to be named later.
This is awesome.
Wow.
He's like, I hate the Mysterio.
Austin Theory! Selfie! He should get in between them.
Is he?
Get in between them. Austin Theory gonna take a spot. Austin Theory.
Oh, God.
Now, he's not a former champion, though.
He's
I
not.
don't like that.
No. He's taking his selfie with us. Oh, my God. Seriously. Jeez.
The whole point of taking Dominik off was to get a champion in there.
Which they did.
And then they bring in a hell of a champion, but then they brought in Theory. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
But I love that they took the Mysterios out.
Oh, totally. God bless you. Says, yes, sister, good night, everyone. By tomorrow, I will stab someone in the shower. Oh,
Well, there you go.
that sounds fantastic, God bless you, Bates.
All sorts of goals.
Very nice Christmas goals you have there. Feel sorry for the person you might be stabbing. All right. Chris says, LOL, I wouldn't mind a Yokozuna bonsai drop from the women. I don't know about dewdrop, though.
Yokozuna.
Chris says, awesome theory, baby. And that's the end of Raw tonight. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. Yes, Raw is finally over. It's the go-home show is done. And we will be back again on Wednesday for Wednesday Night Dynamite for AEW, everybody. We'll get to figure out and maybe see who's going to be on SmackDown on Friday, too. Who's going to replace What's-Their-Faces.
Yeah, the women and the
Mitzi
man.
says, I thought that was Chad Gable. The outfit a little bit, huh?
Right
But
at first.
But and I was like, oh, and then nope, it wasn't. All right, everybody. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with us for Monday Night Raw tonight. We really appreciate it. Hope everybody has a good rest of your evening, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
We appreciate it. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. See you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.